consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-382-9100. That's 501-382-9100.
1037 The Buzz is your home for Arkansas Razorback basketball. Coverage is brought to you by Lion Legal Services, Kaufman by Design West, Bell Chevrolet, Network Services Group, and Windrock Automotive. Razorback basketball on your home of the Hogs, 1037 The Buzz.
Have questions about retirement, investments, or your money? Call our financial hotline. Dial 501-381-5228 and leave a voicemail with your specific financial question, and our experts will answer it on the Get Ready for the Future show Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Get your financial questions answered by the pros. 501-381-5228. Call now. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Genwealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
America, look around. Everywhere you go, prices are still high, rates have been whipsawing markets, and the debt and spending don't exactly scream stability. Experts say diversifying with intention is the #1 secret account that all American smart money uses to hedge against instability. Monetary Gold has been around since 2000, witnessing multiple economic setbacks. If you call now, Monetary Gold will cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Call Monetary Gold now at 877-NOW-GOLD. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional.
Floyd Seafood on Kill Avenue in Sherwood has live Louisiana crawfish. Place your orders by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd's also has a store full of Cajun goodies. Floyd Seafood in Sherwood, your homesick Cajun headquarters for live crawfish. Order by 2 p.m. Thursday.
On these acres, weekends aren't a break. When the ground fights back, the John Deere 4044M leans in. Because it's built like the people who run it. Tough enough to stay one more hour. Strong enough to finish the job. Take more than $7,000 off or pay $507 per month at 0% for 84 months at Greenway. Learn more at gogreenway.com. Some restrictions apply. See Greenway for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2026.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
All right, welcome in to the zone here on this Wednesday mid-morning. I'm DJ Williams here with Todd Pearce. Justin Acree has the day off. We're going to be joined by Joe Klein here in just a second. Going to talk some Razorback basketball. Big matchup tonight. I am working on a question of the day, kind of working out the kinks. It's going to be about the basketball team. I'm going to wait till Joe comes in here, too, because I want his opinion before we post this. So be on the lookout for that. Also, we got lined up today, we're going to be talking to Razorback shortstop for the baseball team, Carson Brumball. He's going to be joining us thanks to our friends at Pinnacle Parties. That will be at 10:30. Also, we're going to have that Red Right report thanks to our friends at UAMS. We got Coach Kelly joining us in the 11 o'clock hour as well. So it's going to be a fun show lined up for you. Always got the birthday trivia. You got your entertainment report. Going to be rocking and rolling here on this Wednesday. As always,
just because there's no Acree doesn't mean we don't have things to do.
Justin Acree free zone today. So this is the day if you want to get those calls in. I love taking them. Y'all know the number 1037. Wow, 501-661-1037. Sorry, it's been a long morning already.
Your head is in these clouds that are outside.
It's been a very, very long morning here today, Todd. Also, you can hit us up on our Middleton Heat and Air text line as well. We got that up and running, right?
Been there many times myself, so I know how that goes.
So it's going to be a fun show. Once again, Joe Klein's going to join us. A lot to talk about. Baseball, they go ahead and handle business yesterday in their midweek game. Almost implemented the run rule. Dave Van Horn obviously had a couple things to say about that. Now, Todd, I haven't checked my email yet. Do we have some sound from Dave?
We sure do.
All right, let's knock it out real quick.
All right. Well, first of all, he basically said Oral Roberts is no slouch.
Yeah.
Oral Roberts came out in the first 2 innings and hit. They got 5 hits and hit 2 other balls right on the nose. So we're over there thinking, okay, we're going to have to score some runs, and we did.
They did indeed. That final score of that game,
10-2.
10-2. They had a really good, what was that? They had 4 runs in the second, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, take that 10-1 lead, almost implementing that run rule. We're going to talk to Carson a little bit about that game. And also we got to talk to him about the weekend game from the week before. Hawks took 2 out of 3. Gabe Gackle didn't have his best day on the mound by any means. And they kind of scrapped together. A lot of people right now it's too early for this. You know how fans, any kind of trouble, we think, oh, no, there's panic. This is it. Let's throw it all in. No one knows that better than the guy who just walked in studio right now when it comes to finally biting that hook for Razorback football each and every year, Joe Klein. And so
it's cloudy outside. Bread and milk. Yeah. Bread and milk.
That's how we are, man. That's how we are, Joe.
Cloudy with a chance of barbecue?
So just some barbecue, brothers.
Oh man, I always love it when Corky's comes in here, especially when Justin's not here. Joe, I was asking for our zone question of the day. I'm trying to phrase this the right way, and I want it to be about Darius Acuff and the basketball team. Got a big game tonight. Rumors, we don't know if they're true or not. Alleged, you may know more than we know. Who knows? Rumors of him dealing with this apparent ankle injury, maybe a nagging ankle. Right. And so I'm trying to phrase the question: if the rumors are true, and Darius Acuff Jr. does have an ankle injury, do you sit him for the remainder of the regular season so he is 100% healthy for the tournament, or do you play him for better seeding? Is that a fair question?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's the severity. I mean, you know better like I do. I mean, there's degrees of ankles. You know, there's, a high ankle or something like that. But on the other hand, if you win tonight, you're locked into a double bye. So, and again, you don't want to. I know Cal and a lot of people don't put a lot of stock in the tournament, but you have a chance. If you can win 3, get another, and get another crack at Florida. I mean, I would love to get another crack at Florida. I mean, I think it would be. I'm not saying we could win, but I think it would be a lot different. If everybody's healthy and everybody's playing. But again, if you get a double bye, you get time to rest, you get time to heal. So I think it's kind of a nagging thing, that just something that doesn't feel right, that they don't want him to tweak it anymore in practice or get a slight little turn in practice or do something in practice that will aggravate it and make it worse than it is.
Do you think he's not practicing right now?
If he's in a boot, he's not practicing.
Okay, I didn't know.
So I wouldn't, now he might shoot, but I don't think he's doing anything that pertains to cutting and planting and moving. And, again, if he's had it in a boot at all, they might take it off the boot for him to do some spot shooting or do some things like that, but there won't be any up and down, running, cutting, or anything like that. So I expect for him to play tonight. If they win tonight, they pretty much lock in a top 4 seed. So
after that, we'll see what happens.
That might be now. Again, the problem with that is you got 7. This is the problem with having 7 dudes. Having 8 dudes. I mean, so we'll see. But again, if the Missouri game ends up being irrelevant and he has any kind of problem, he might play, but he might play 20 minutes. He might play 15 minutes. I mean, so we shall see.
Speaking of tonight's matchup, curious about how much we need of him. I'm assuming quite a bit.
We always need him.
Yeah.
He's the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, we got to have him. I mean, he makes us a team that's formidable.
How big is this game tonight? Obviously, you just talked about that, but moving forward, if we lose this game, do we essentially have to win out the rest of the games to put ourselves in a good position?
Well, I mean, again, I think it's big. I mean, you want to win your home games. I mean, you want to have some kind of good feel or some kind of momentum going into the postseason. I mean, however you want to, you may say that it's not a big deal. It is a big deal.
Yep.
I mean, and the fact that if you think that you can just, take 2 or 3 games off and turn it on and turn it off, it doesn't work that way, especially against the caliber of teams you're going to be playing. Now, if you get a double bye, you're going to be playing you're going to be playing an NCAA. You're basically playing NCAA tournament teams the rest of the way out. So if you think you can just, turn it on and turn it off, you're gonna get a very rude awakening.
Speaking of tournament teams, we definitely played one. We haven't talked to you since that Florida game. I feel like you probably watched the game different than most. You probably look for things and see things that most people don't see. Someone like me who's not very educated in the world of basketball. It looked brutal. It looked like we had absolutely no business being on the court with a team like that. Or was it just one of those nights?
Well, it was a perfect storm. Okay, you had College game day there. Cal brings a different level. I don't care if Cal was coaching Holy Cross.
Yeah.
If he rolls into Gainesville, they're going to sell it out and be rowdy because, the love-hate with Cal. So he brings a different level of juice to the game. And so you have a rowdy crowd. You got game day there, ESPN, national TV, Florida's making a run, man. They're trying to get a number 1 seed. They're playing. They got a lot to play for. They got a chip on. They've been playing with a chip on their shoulder, which is credit to Todd Golden to get a team like that. But that's a team that does not play any freshmen. They don't play one freshman.
Yep.
And so they are a veteran team, a team that's been together. So you walked into a hornet's nest. I mean, when I think the line was 10.5. If I was going to bet, I would have given the 10.5 and take. I wouldn't have taken Arkansas and took. I mean, I thought 10.5 was it could have been more. So I was not expecting. I was expecting a competitive game, and then I thought it was going to get away from them at the end. I thought they were going to be chasing, down 8-12 the whole game, and then the last 5 minutes it gets away from it and ends up being 20-22. But I did not anticipate that. So, and the things I saw defensively, we've got a Elite 8 offense. We've got a first weekend defense. So, I mean, we've got to get that changed to where it's, again, we don't have to be – we're not going to be a dominant defensive team. But you can't give up – I don't care who you're playing. You can't give up 111. The layups, the easy baskets, the offensive rebounds, the easy stuff, getting right to the rim over and over and over again. And they weren't really running anything complicated. They were running handoffs and pick and rolls. Guys were turning the corner, going right down the lane, and we had to give help. If we gave help, or they'd get all the way and score. If we gave help, they dished it off. And then when you start rotating, DJ, you get out of position, and so when the shots missed, you're vulnerable for offensive rebounds. All those things happened over and over and over again, and we had no answer for it. So, again, it was a perfect storm against that's a Final Four team. I mean, if they won it all again this year, it'd be absolutely no surprise. That is a terrific, terrific basketball team playing on the road, college game day, jacked up place, veterans. We got 2 freshmen. They ain't seen nothing like that. Our best 2 players are freshmen. They're, they've got to understand it. It ain't all about scoring all the time. They got to start D'ing up. They get beat on straight line drives over and over again. There's got to be a little more resistance on the point of the ball, on the attack of the ball, and that's where A-Cup and them got it. They got to get better at that because they're we kill Pringle and we kill the front line for this and that. But let me tell you something: the perimeter defense is nothing to walk home about either.
Yeah,
they're putting the front line defensively in a lot of bad situations with penetration. So overall, defensively. We got to, again, we're not going to be great, but the effort and the attention to what our coverages are and things like that, it's got to be better. If it doesn't get better, you could lose in the first round. You could lose the first game.
So we don't have the firepower to potentially outscore teams throughout that tournament? Depends on the night.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about doing it 4 games in a row? No. You got to get stops every now and then. Again, you don't have to hold somebody to 62 points, but I mean, come on. I mean, you can't repeatedly get into these 90, 100, high 80-point games. You're putting so much heat on your offense. If Acuff has a bad game, if Malik Thomas has a bad game, you're done.
Yep.
You are done. And so you got to get to where, defense is like, defense gives you rope. It gives you, it's like an insurance policy.
Mm-hmm.
Can you win an ugly game? Have we won an ugly game this year? Really? The 60s. I can't think of one. And so, again, you got to get in the 70s if something's not working or something's not happening the way you want it to, so that at the end, if somebody makes a couple threes, you got a chance to steal one, get away with one. And so, kind of like what Kentucky did to us up at Bud Walton.
Mm-hmm.
They just bludgeoned us, and we kept fighting back, but they made boom, boom, boom. They made a bunch of shots, early in the game, and then late in the game they got some stops, and next thing you know, you lost the game. And Kentucky didn't score 100 points or anything, but they were very efficient.
So when we talk about the defensive side of the ball, there's only really one name that pops off for me when it comes to Arkansas is everybody loves Billy Richmond, how aggressive he is on both sides of the floor now, or the court now. Is this defensive issue, is it like a scheme thing, or is it a personnel thing? I'm saying this because we always talk about how great Darius Acuff is. What's he like on the other side of the court? Is he a average liability type average, or
I wouldn't say he's liability.
Malik Thomas, Trevin Brazil, are we all
again? They're freshmen.
Yeah,
again, they don't. And again, kids. I mean, you could take kids. You could take Malik Thomas.
Yeah.
And he could have 8 points and have 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and play great defense.
Mm-hmm.
Shut his man down and play awesome. Basically had a great game.
Yeah.
Young kids nowadays and kids in general, he's going to go, I sucked tonight. I had 8 points.
Mm.
So much, scores. And again, I get it. It's scoring is the thing.
Yep.
But again, there's other things that are just as important that young players, there's a reason Florida and Michigan, look at the freshmen that they're playing. There's not a lot. Now, Duke's playing some freshmen. They're elite freshmen, and they're very good, but where they've started to make their stride in this last month is they're top defensive team in the country. They are shutting people down.
Yeah.
And that's when they've started to make their move. Houston's always been defensive. Michigan State's always been defensive oriented. So again, they've got to turn it up on the defensive end. They're not going to be elite, but they have got, you got to, defense to me is personal.
Yep.
You've got to take it personal, and you've got to get locked in, and you got to guard and be aware of what's going on and get out of this. We're going to trade baskets with you and play brother-in-law basketball. I'll let you score, you let me score. Because that's you're loading the gun and putting it to your own head on that because you are asking for it.
So outside of the defensive issue, I was talking to Christian yesterday talking about other aspects of this team, of what could potentially take them to that next step and have a really good run in this tournament. And I thought, we know what we get from Acuff. We know what we're going to get from Thomas. UN, depending on the day, can probably give you something good. But one thing we didn't expect offensively is this emergence of Billy Richmond.
Right.
Averaging 20 over the past 5-6 games. And I felt like he was the X factor. And Christian said, I get that, but still he feels like this team will make or break depending on if one person specifically has a good day or a bad day, and it's Trevin Brazil.
I would say I wouldn't put it all on Trevin, but I would say I would throw Ewing in there as well. Mm-hmm. And I think, again, Pringle's not going to be.
We know what we got with him,
but again, he can give you more.
Yeah,
he's capable of 6 points, 5 rebounds. Mm-hmm. More than capable of that.
Yep.
And that you got to get something from him too. So I think all three of those guys, again, as Cal said, and I say it all the time, and I thought it was a great quote at the beginning of the year when he was asking about inside play. He says, if you don't have an inside presence, you're a fraud. And again, that's a presence. That's not he's not saying you got to be dominant, that you have to dominate the other team and all this, but you got to show up, and you got to, those three guys got to give us 25 points and 15 rebounds between the three of them, and again, that's not dominating anything, but that's having a presence.
Yep.
And again, I think that, and the fact that we have to be better guarding the ball. We are not good guarding the ball, especially in pick. Too many guys are getting in the lane and when you get in the lane over and over again, you got to give help. You start scrambling. You start chasing the ball around. You get out of position for rebounding, and again, you're asking for it. So, I think if the bigs can give us a presence, again, not a dominant presence, it's just a presence, and give us some energy and some fight. And then we guard the ball better, you can go on a run. I think those two things have to happen. Again, they don't have to be dominant, but they have to be a lot better than what they've been, and they can be. Again, we're not asking.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are this is not like, these are simple things that with some urgency and with some grit and with some energy, get your ticker going. Get fired up, play as hard as you can for as long as you can. Those things can happen.
Texas has a pretty good big tonight, so we're going to have a good little taste at that. I'm assuming Coach Cal is probably regurgitating a lot of the stuff you're saying right now. Let's not wait till the tournament to start showing those things. Why not tonight? So before I ask you about the Texas game, Brazil, we got some sound from Trevin Brazil talking about, I guess this is tonight's matchup, what they're focused on.
Yes, that's correct. Let's see.
Obviously it's emotional last game. But, we just trying to get a win, especially after, a loss at Florida. So, the main focus will just be trying to get the win.
Obviously, I would think you go into a game with the focus of getting a win. Another cool little twist of this, I keep forgetting with the transfer portal nowadays that I didn't even know Trayvon Mark was still playing. So they asked what it's going to be like playing their former teammate.
I would say there's really no emotions about it. Obviously, T Mark, we have a good relationship. So, I'll say what's up to him before and after the game. But, besides that, it's just basketball. We're just out there trying to get a win.
All right, so to dig a little bit more into just more focus on getting a win, specifically Arkansas, what do they need to do tonight to beat Texas?
Well, oh, okay.
No, I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, Joe.
We don't want to burn through these just
yet.
Yeah.
We just want to win the game.
Oh, that's it, Joe?
I was
good.
Following up on Brazil. I was trying to take.
Just focused on winning. Huh?
Well, again, you got to shore up some things defensively. You got to get, again, the things that we just talked on. I mean, I think Arkansas can score. This is a team that's very well coached. They're going to try to play physical. They're going to try to slow it down. They got a kid, I think, named Kane, that's a good physical frontline player. I can't think of the big kid from Florida Atlantic's name, number 3, but he's going to be posting up, and he can score, and he can do things. And, again, we're going to have to play. Again, we can't just let him get deep post position. We can't get in rotations because he's going to be right at the rim for offensive rebounds and lobs and all those things. So we got to, we have got to guard the ball. We've got to keep them out of the lane. They're going to get in the lane, but we got to keep them out of the lane. And then whether it's on a switch or if you're showing or you're trapping, I don't know what you're doing, but the emphasis has got to be to keep the ball out of there and then rebound the ball so that we can run. When we get stops, then we can play the way we want to play. You don't get stops, you don't get deflections, you don't get turnovers, then you're bringing the ball up the floor. If you try to, I'll guarantee you, if you look at a stat that says how many easy baskets in a basketball game are huge, and how many easy baskets off in transition or driving all the way and getting layups, how many of those can you get in a game? And that's usually the team who wins, is that the team, because those things a lot of times equate to your rebounding, you're guarding the ball, you're in tune defensively so that you can get out and get some easy baskets. and that's what that fuels. Again, we're not going to be a team that holds somebody to 60 points and shuts the water off altogether, but they got to guard so that they can run and get up in the open floor, because that's when they're the best offensively, is when you can get the ball to Richmond in the open floor, Acuff in the open floor, Thomas in the open floor, I think DJ in the open floor. All these guys in the open floor are good. I think Brazil, you start driving the lane, you and lobs, because they got to help. They got to come over and help, throw it up there, let them go get it. So, I mean, we need to kind of turn the tables and kind of do to others what have been doing to us.
All right, real quick.
Do unto others
as
they have been doing unto us.
That's what we need. Yeah. Put that in there. All right, let's hop in the phone lines real quick. We got somebody on line one. Calling. Got some. Are you
Caller,
there?
you're on the air.
UB7.
Yeah. Hey, DJ. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good. What's going on?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yep, we got you.
I just wanted to kind of weigh in on Joe's comments there. By the way, Joe, kind of cool to get to talk to an All-American about basketball, but I really appreciate how he views a game, how he evaluates a game, and you're talking about the defense and the lack of the rebounding. To me, Joe, and maybe this is because they only have 7 players and they can't be that aggressive because they don't have the depth on the bench, but it's frustrating. I don't see these guys in really solid, aggressive defensive position. When you're in that kind of position where your feet are moving, we don't move our feet. We get beat. We get in foul trouble. And then, like you said, we don't rotate when we're getting beat fast enough. We're out of rebound position. But, I mean, is that something that he's just not coaching because of a lack of depth? I just would have thought the defensive rebounding by this time in the season would have come around.
Well, yeah, I mean, again, I think, defense is a mentality. You have to have skill. I mean, there's certain guys that are going to be better, but you have to have a mentality and a want to play defense. I mean, and then the better you are athletically, the longer, whatever it may be, then that all comes into fruition, comes into play. And so, again, rebounding, guarding the ball, a lot of that stuff is being down and ready. When you see guys get beat, when you see guys get fouls, 9 times out of 10 they're out of position. They're not moving to the ball when the ball moves, or they're standing and watching the ball, and then all of a sudden the ball or the man gets up on them, and it's that you-know-what moment. And that's when you start grabbing with your hands and you start trying to correct things with your hands. You got to play basketball with your feet. Defense is positioning. You're out of position, it doesn't matter how good an athlete you are, how long you are, how high you can jump. If you're out of position and get caught off guard and you're playing against the teams that Arkansas is going to play against, which are very good players, good luck.
Good luck. All right, y'all. We're about to get to our first break. In the break, not only are we going to tap into a little bit of this Corky's that we got here in studio. Always appreciate you, Joe. But we're going to be talking to Arkansas baseball shortstop Carson Brumbaugh. We're going to talk about a couple games. They had a nice one yesterday. We're going to talk about the weekend before and what is coming up. Conference play not too far away. March 13th, Mississippi State, I believe, is coming to town. So we're very excited for that one as well. And that's thanks to our friends at Pinnacle Parties. Stay with us. More Zone on the other side.
Carson Brumbaugh joins the Zone each week courtesy of Pinnacle Parties, bounce houses, tents, tables, and everything in between. Take your party to the Pinnacle. Find them online at pinnacleparties.com.
This is SportsCenter.
Last night in college basketball, Georgia got a big home win, beating 16th-ranked Alabama 98-88 behind Cannon Ketching's 32 points and 6 rebounds. Florida won their second straight game by 34 points. Saturday's was a 111-77 win over Arkansas. Last night's win was a 108-75 win over Mississippi State. Elsewhere in the SEC, Texas A&M got their 20th win of the season, beating Kentucky 96-85. Oklahoma got an 80-64 home win over Missouri, and 23rd-ranked Tennessee beat South Carolina 78-59. Arkansas will try to bounce back from their tough loss to Florida tonight as they host Texas for their final home game of the season. Tip is set for 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. Stay tuned afterwards for the Bet Saracen Basketball postgame show with Wes Moore and myself. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network. Scotty Thurman joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of the Wooded Rock Athletic Club. The Wooded Rock Athletic Club with indoor pickleball facilities. Join now and save 30% off joining fees. People will witness the fitness.
Brought to you by MJ the Musical at the Robinson Center, March 4th through the 8th. Winner of 4 Tony Awards. Critics describe MJ as utterly electric and a jaw-dropping spectacle. Get tickets at celebrityattractions.com for MJ the Musical.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Gear up for spring with the Pro Sales event at Cabot Outdoors. Save 20% on a full line of Hustler mowers. From the X1, X-Rides, Surfer X, Trimstar through Hustler Super Series, Cabot Outdoors has you covered so you can cover more ground. Not only do you save 20% at Cabot Outdoors, but they'll take care of you for years to come with their excellent service department. Shop now and save with Hustler and Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Cabot, or online at CabotOutdoors.com. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, whether it's damage from smoke, water, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. Their extensively trained team, state-of-the-art equipment, and 24/7 rapid response will help get your life back on track fast. Because this isn't just their service area, it's their home. When you need them, find them at ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. Rainbow Restoration, where they restore, you recover. Services performed by an independently owned and operated franchise.
Willie D's Dueling Pianos has not moved yet. They're still rocking right here in the Little Rock River Market. Dueling Pianos upstairs, DJs downstairs with food and drinks every week. Reserve and learn more at WillieD'sPianoBar.com.
Come and get your Willie on.
Justin Aker for my friends at Cash in downtown Little Rock. Lunch, dinner, special events, they've got you covered across the board. And not a lot of places can say that, but Cash can. And if you are planning a special event for the summer or the fall, now's the time to get on it. And certainly if you've got a holiday party that you want to get on the books, absolutely need to get that done today. 501-850-0265. You're not going to find a better spot for a special event. Upstairs, up to 150 people in that beautiful space, indoor and outdoor, overlooking the river market. And it comes with free valet parking. Whether you're there for a special event or for dinner or for lunch, Cash is here to help. Online at CashLittleRock.com, C-A-C-H-E, LittleRock.com. And I love the fact that they've got lots of different offerings when it comes to lunch. You can get some lighter offerings, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. And then at dinner, if you want fine dining, a special place to take your special someone, Cash is the spot. But again, for special events, they've got the smaller room downstairs that holds about 30, up to 150 upstairs. It's a wonderful dining experience waiting for you at Cash in downtown Little Rock.
You're back in the zone. You know, we disagree on things from time to time, but one thing's for sure.
I'm an Arkansas Razorback fan, brother. What do they say down here? Woo, pig soup.
Now, let's root for those Hogs and stay tuned to the zone.
All right, welcome back in. Before we get to our guest, who's actually standing by right now, I believe he can hear me. We're not going to bring him in yet, all right? But we now have his open. We have his official open. And you know, Joe, the opens are big. You know, Joe, you got your open, fun, super. It's probably one of the best we have on the zone, all right?
Yep. I have one for this show, but Justin never plays.
He never plays it. Do you have his? I'm just.
I'll tell you what. While you guys talk to Carson, I'll look for it.
So this is what I want to do. So Carson, he can hear me. He can't say anything yet. So Carson, before we play your open, I want to see how honest he is with us. I want you to rate this Open from 1 to 10 because Justin cooked this up. So I want to know how impressed he is with the Open. You got to take in song, verbiage, wordplay, the whole shebang. So before we enter our guest, let's go ahead and listen to his new Open, cooked up by our very own Justin Acree.
It's time to catch up with Razorback shortstop Carson Brumbaugh.
The 0-2. Hammond fists it back up the middle. A rambling ball behind the bag. Picked up and fired to first in time. Brumbaugh was there to make the play, and it's the second out of the inning.
The SEC preseason freshman of the year from Edmond, Oklahoma is number 1 in your program and number 1 in the zone. Brumbaugh joins us each week courtesy of Pinnacle Parties. Take your party to the pinnacle with Pinnacle Parties. You can book your next celebration at 501-951-4234 or pinnacleparties.com. Now, let's head to the Hill and talk to Carson Brumbaugh.
All right, let's go ahead and bring him in right now on the Jim's Razorback Pizza hotline. Carson Brumbaugh. Now, Carson, I got to ask you. You're locked in listening. I need you to rate that Open from a 1 to 10. What you got?
That was pretty good. I'll give it a good 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, 8.5. I was vibing. I was rolling the baseball. What is that like the
organ?
The organ that kind of threw me off. I'm not gonna lie, because I was really vibing. That one threw me off, but I get it's a baseball thing. So 8.5. That's not bad. I mean, we've had some opens. Joe, what do you think?
No, it doesn't matter what I think. The man likes it.
Yeah, the man likes it.
That's all that matters.
All right, Carson, let's lock this in. So I'm DJ Williams. Last time we had on, Justin did most of the talking. He is off today. We got Joe Klein, Razorback legend, Olympic gold medalist, the whole shebang, NBA legend.
Old.
He's in with us as well. And I'm going to be straight up, Carson. I've been with the Buzz now for 2.5 years, maybe 2 years. And I'm a football player, and I've been learning more about baseball each and every day. So forgive me if I stumble around this, but let's go ahead and get into this. And I want to start, before we talk about yesterday's game, let's go back to the weekend matchup before against UT Arlington. We 2 out of 3. Night one was not too great. I know our boy Gabe Gackle struggled on the mound, but just go back to that past weekend. What do you think about – let's start with your performance first, and then we'll talk about the team.
Yeah, I think Friday, I think as a team and individually, we just came out flat and didn't perform the way that we should have, especially following that midweek performance versus Arkansas State, which I believe wasn't very good either. So we kind of came out Friday, give credit to their pitcher. He did really well, but he shouldn't have dominated us like that. And then Saturday, being able to come out, and everybody knew it was like a must-win game. Like, we can't drop this series. So knowing that we had to win the next 2, we came out with kind of a different energy. And we put it on them Saturday, and then being able to come back in Sunday and do it again, that was good for us to see as a team, to know that we can stack days on top of each other instead of taking random days off in the middle of the week.
Well, Sunday, you had a pretty dang good performance. Obviously, we had 2 doubles that time, and so really good appearance at the plate. Just talk about your individual performance. What felt good about that day, and also on the defensive side of the things, how'd you fare?
Oh yeah, I mean, the season hasn't started off the way I wanted to offensively, but just continuing to make adjustments and correct some things and continuing to help the team win in any way. I think the day before it goes back to my last 2 at-bats where I was down 0-2 and I ended up drawing a walk. And then the next at-bat I hit like a little chopper over the pitcher that I beat out for like my first hit in what felt like forever. So that was good to see. And then the next day, just being able to go out there and play like almost a lot more freely just because I'm not pressing to get a hit, and being able to go out there and get 2 doubles and then mixed in a sac fly. It was a great feeling to finally get back on track. And then defensively, I did end up making 2 errors. One of them was just tough, but the other one was a bad error. That can't happen. But I mean, we played well enough as a team to where those didn't affect the game, which is a good thing. And our pitching staff's been outstanding. So they just continue to pound strikes and just keep me on my toes defensively.
Followed up yesterday's matchup, 10-2 victory over Oral Roberts. Really put it on them once again. 4 runs in the second, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth to take a 10-1 lead. Almost forced a first run rule victory of the year. But Coach Van Horn, he said after this game he felt like obviously some runs were left on the field early in the game, not taking enough walks and doing the little things. When he says the little things, what is Coach specifically talking about?
Like you said, in those walking counts, 3-2, instead of chasing a ball that's probably out of the zone and hitting a sac fly, maybe taking your walk there, and that changes it from 1 out to 2 out for the next guy to hit with less than 2. I think that could compound on top of each other. And then just making the plays, making the routine plays, not turning them into difficult plays. I think that's what he talked about after the game. We had a couple plays late in the game where I think we make 99% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But those little things are going to matter here come Mississippi State weekend in a couple weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So just making sure we clean those up before then is going to be huge for us.
So I understand it's almost like me not being a big baseball guy. These are like these warm-up games, fine-tune things before you get into conference play. That's how I'm taking it, because you brought up Mississippi State, and I said we got Stetson before that, this weekend, and another kind of warm-up game and figure everything out. And Coach Van Horn said the exact same thing, talking about Mississippi State coming to town for conference play. And so I know you're from Oklahoma, but I know coming to Arkansas, you must have known the expectations for the baseball program here. Each and every year, it's just like, we going to Omaha. It's just now the new standard, which is a compliment to your program, and I'm sure you understood that before you came here. So I was at the grocery store yesterday, all right, picking out produce. My lady always sends me for some reason. I end up paying for groceries every single week. But somebody there says, DJ, I'm starting to worry about basketball, and I'm worried about baseball. And I'm like, baseball? It just got started. Razorback fans here, any sign of struggle, we go panic mode. Joe can attest to this. What would you say to Razorback fans right now when it comes to this program, how confident y'all are going into conference play and putting together a really good season?
Yeah, the main thing I'll say is that we're a tough team, and we have a lot of tough guys, and we're not just going to sit here and continue to struggle. We're going to get in the weight room, we're going to get in the cage, and we're going to figure some stuff out. No matter what that is, we have a lot of guys who work really hard, and that's kind of what our program's been built on this season, in my opinion. I mean, since I got here this summer with our strength coach, it was just this program's built on working hard. So just being able to do that, and we're all talented enough, there's no doubt about it. It's just putting the pieces together and actually doing it on the field. And I think we've made that jump in the past week or so. So just continuing to build off of that. I mean, we're a very, very talented team, and we have all the pieces we need to do what we want to do.
Individually moving forward, do you have any sense of maybe some individual goals you have for yourself? Now, they don't need to be postseason awards or anything like that, but talking about batting average, when it comes to defensive play, any individual things that you kind of focused on and saying, I would like to accomplish that this year?
I don't like to put statistical goals on myself. I'm more so as I just want to continue to get better every day.
Yep.
Whether that's defensively or offensively, just building quality at bat and not getting myself out and just making a routine play on defense. I think that's big, but I don't like to put numbers on it. I just want to continue to get better and being able to help the team win no matter what.
I like it. This is Carson Burnball joining us on our Jim's Razorback Pizza hotline. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Real quick, when it comes to this weekend against Stetson, I'm sure y'all have done your homework. We know the game plan moving forward, fine-tuning the little things. What do you think about the matchup this weekend, which is actually 4 games? It's going to go all the way into Monday as well.
Yeah, it's another good team coming in. I mean, I think our off guys scheduled a pretty good schedule for teams coming in that aren't just going to roll over and let us just stomp on them. So I think another good team coming in. I think they won a lot of games last year. They're going to give us their best shot, like they say all the time. Every team that rolls in here isn't just coming in here to play. Like, they really want to beat us, and it would be like a program-changing win if they beat us in the series. So we know that coming in, and more so just playing our best baseball and not worrying about who's on the other side, because if we play our best, there's not a whole lot of teams who can beat us. And just continuing to get better. And you mentioned earlier, like, warm-up games kind of.
Yeah.
And I understand where you're coming from with that, but I also think, like, we want to win every game here.
Yep.
Like, we're super competitive team, super competitive staff. So we take every game super serious, but just the margin of error is a little bit more versus teams like this rather than when Mississippi State comes in. So just continuing to shrink that margin of error and playing to the best that we can.
How long have you been in Fayetteville?
I moved there at the end of June.
End of June.
The summer and took the summer class.
What's your favorite spot to eat in Fayetteville?
I would have to go with tacos and tamales so far.
Tacos and tamales, a nice little spot. I think that's you like the one up there in Bentonville. You like, I'm assuming, the one over there in Fayetteville.
Yeah, I've only been to the one in Fayetteville, but it's hard to beat.
It's not a bad spot. We got one here in Little Rock. I keep trying to call it Heights Tacos and Tamale. I'm not sure what it's called over there in Fayetteville. Good spot, though. Great margaritas. You should know anything about that, all right? Yeah. How old are you?
19.
Oh, yeah, he don't know nothing about that. Wink, wink. Great margaritas, though. Hey, Carson, appreciate the time, as always. And once again, thanks to our sponsors, Pinnacle Parties, for making this happen. I want to let people know right now, thanks to Carson. Everybody needs to say thank you, Carson, because Pinnacle Parties, they put on some big-time parties where they can rent all these things like dunk booths, bounce houses, all this fun stuff. Right now, if you go there and you put in your order, you get 10% off. Thanks to Carson and the partnership now that we have with the Buzz. Promo code is BUZZ10 at checkout to get 10% off. Carson, thanks so much, man. Have a great weekend, and good luck this weekend against Stetson.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, appreciate it. It wasn't too bad, all right?
No,
I'm a
not at all.
baseball guy.
Right
Locked in on it.
Right till you tried to get into underage drink.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that. I keep forgetting, man. I can't. I keep
Contributing
forgetting
to the
I keep
delinquency
forgetting I'm
of a
talking
minor?
to kids, right? Well, he said tacos and tamales, and usually the only reason
Tacos and tamales, and what comes to your mind?
margaritas. That's what they got. Great margaritas. The happy hours.
Tacos
legit.
and tamales.
Margaritas.
Got great margaritas.
They do got great margaritas. All right, real quick before we head to the next break, we got Tim on line one with a question. The question, I'm not sure yet. Tim, what you got for us?
Hey, man, basketball question.
Yep.
Seems to me that the thing that separates the basketball team from the rest of the teams in the tournament, I mean, we're not a Final Four team, and the thing that separates us is we don't have a big man. We haven't had a big man, a memorable one, since Corliss and Klein. You know, what's it going to take for us to...
Bobby Portis was pretty good.
Yeah.
Bobby Portis was
okay,
pretty
but that's the matter of opinion there.
No.
But what's it going to take for us to recruit a good, dominant big man?
Well, it started.
Thanks,
off,
Tim, for the call.
It started off well today with Tyson Chicken
yeah.
promoting. It's going to take, they don't, again, size, good size is hard to find. And it's not like you can go to Best Buy and pick one up. I mean, you got to pay for one. And, they're coveted. They are very coveted because they're difference makers. So, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it. It's like getting a quarterback for the SEC. I mean, you got to,
Well, it's interesting when you brought up Bobby Portis. It sounded like he was referring to not necessarily that type of big, but he wanted – when I think of you and Corliss, I think of somebody in the paint who's nasty, physical, big, brute. It's been a minute since we've had another one of those.
Again, they're not growing on trees. I mean, they're
And in that style, would you say, is kind of going away?
Oh, yeah, no, it's been gone away for a while, but if you find a good one because of the style, they are big difference makers because nobody has them.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to spread it out and be cute, and it's like in football. If all of a sudden you got somebody that can line up and just run the ball, you got all these small linebackers and stuff because you're trying to guard all this other stuff, and now somebody comes in and gets in the eye and has a 250-pound fullback and the line is, and they start coming right at you, you got issues.
Yeah.
So, again, it's the style's different, but those guys can really you get some. They make a big difference.
All right. They're going to get to a quick break. It'll be a quick segment out on the other side. Joe, you leaving?
Yeah, I'm headed to Fayetteville, man.
Going to Fayetteville, going for the game. Are you working or?
Nope. Just going up there. Going to go to the game with my grandkids and my son and daughter-in-law, and
nice.
Hopefully enjoy a nice Razorback win.
I like it. Have fun. Appreciate you, Joe. As always, real quick, you want to tell us anything you got going on at Corky's?
Yeah, man. Just, it's Lent. We have awesome catfish, shrimp that's out of this world. It's at a great price, and, our barbecue and everything. Catering orders, bulk orders, parties, man, we're up and rolling, and you can't beat our quality and you can't beat our price. So give us a call and let us try to work with you and come to the drive-thru. Come in. Got great drink specials. Margaritas.
Hey, come on now.
Barbecue, hey, when you say barbecue, what do you think of?
Margaritas. All right, thanks, Joe. We'll be right back.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. There on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com, presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. They restore, you recover.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you're in the market for a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram, we hope you give us a chance to earn your business. Here's some things to consider. Fletcher Dodge has been family-owned dealer here in Sherwood for over 25 years. We know how to take care of our customers to keep them coming back. Every Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer pays the same price for their vehicles. It's the dealer that makes the difference. We'll give you the best deal up front. No haggling, no arguing. We make it easy to buy a new vehicle, and we'll pay you more for your trade-in. Compare our deal to anybody's and you'll buy from us. Come see us today for the deal of a lifetime on new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram. At Frank Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. And we promise you a hassle-free buying experience. We want to be your dealer for life. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Just tell us what you're looking for and we'll make you a deal. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Arkansas Municipal Equipment presents Coach Nolan Richardson when he joins Drive Time Sports every week with Rollin' with Nolan. Arkansas Municipal Equipment in Bowen. Find them online at ametrucks.com.
Burroughs and Mr. Frank's is a long-standing iconic luxury eyewear shop in the Heights. They are family-owned and operated opticians that feature high-end designer eyewear that you can't find anywhere else. And when I talk about big-time brands, listen to this. Cartier, Gucci, Salt & State Optical. Plus, they have all their lenses from high-tech lens crafters, Zeiss. They make lenses for cameras, telescopes, microscopes, and yes, glasses. Burroughs brings a family atmosphere and super service to take care of everything. Find them at 5901 R Street in the Heights.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Swart in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Swart, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Swart, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acree and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
I might be too strong.
All right, welcome back in. This is going to be a short one. Had good conversations with Joe and with Carson Brumbaugh. Thanks again. Thanks for Pinnacle Parties for Making sure he's with us each and every Wednesday at 10:30. Revisit Zone Question of the Day. If the rumors are true and Darius Acuff Jr. does have an ankle injury, do you sit him for the remainder of the regular season so he's 100% healthy for the tournament, or play him for better seeding? Right now, what do you think it's sitting at, Todd?
Probably about 50-50.
It is sitting at 68-31 with people in favor of resting him until he is 100%. If rumors are true.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, presumably you would hope you wouldn't need him to win these 2 games, but you might.
I feel like you almost need him at 100% to win games, depending on what everyone else chooses to do. All right, y'all, we're up against it. First hour down, 2 more to go. Coach Kevin Kelly joining us on the other side.
They want a break. You need a break. We have the solution. This spring break, Arkansas State Parks offer just about any kind of experience you could imagine. Outdoor adventures that put you in a kayak, on a mountain bike, beside a waterfall, or immersed in Arkansas history you've only read about. Or slow it down. Put your feet up by the fire at a lodge and take in scenic views that help you reset and recharge this spring. Affordable and easy spring getaways are waiting. Plan yours at arkansasstateparks.com.
In Arkansas, cancers of the lung, yet simple screenings can save lives, helping doctors find and treat cancer early. If you have a family history of cancer, you need to start screenings even earlier, because cancer screenings can never come too soon, only too late. To learn more, visit cancer.uams.edu. Sponsored by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and UAMS.
Tune in every Monday night at 7 for the Coach Calipari Show. Coach will break down each game and talk strategy. And it's all brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and the Big Lot in Benton.
Don't get sidetracked.
That man is playing Gallagher.
We'll keep you on course.
Thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
103.7 The Buzz. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Your votes have been counted. For the Democratic primary for Arkansas governor, State Senator Fred Love defeats business owner Super Cypress Mays. Governor Sanders ran unopposed on the Republican ticket. She and Love will join Libertarian candidate Colt Shelby in the general election. And 3 Republicans were in the race for Arkansas Secretary of State. State Senator Kim Hammer, Judge Kathy Harden-Harrison, and Brian Norris face a tight race. It will be headed to a runoff to see who advances. The winner will face Democrat Kelly Grapp and Libertarian candidate Michael Paco in November. And current Secretary of State Cole Jester wins against Kristen Olson for Commissioner of State Lands. He will face Libertarian Christopher Olson. And in a state Supreme Court race, Nick Bronny defeats James Adams. Bronny will take over in the position at the end of the year. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
Mostly cloudy, warm, and windy today. A high of 79 degrees with a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm this afternoon. But a 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms tonight. Could see some stronger or severe storms with a threat of hail. It's a 50% chance of rain tonight with a low of 62. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Oaklawn is here for when you want non-stop racing and non-stop action. The season's back, the weekends are packed, and it's time to plan your visit. The classic racing season kicks off January 30th and runs through May 2nd with exciting weekends, great food and drinks, and the kind of atmosphere you can only find in Hot Springs. It's fast, it's lively, it's time to win. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Attention.
If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-382-9100. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-382-9100. That's 501-382-9100.
Life is loud, chaotic, hilarious, and occasionally peaceful. Your life fits you, so why settle for life insurance that fits someone else? At Shelter Insurance, our local agents help you design a personal protection plan backed by award-winning customer service. We're your shield. We're your shelter. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
See Shelter Agent Hayden Strickland in Sherwood, Vic Seidenschwartz in Carlisle, or Todd Matthews in Benton today.
Hi, Flo here from Progressive. You know, life changes quickly, so it's good to have flexible coverage.
Oh, you mean like adding another vehicle?
Yes, that's something we can do.
Great, because I was thinking about getting a van so we could just keep the kids' softball stuff in the car.
Oh, we don't need to get into specifics. Just saying it's easy to change.
Oh, and Hannah wants to try the tuba.
Again, we don't need the specifics.
Last year, she wanted to be a tap dancer, but that only lasted 2 lessons.
Okay.
But she kept the shoes because they are adorable.
Well, just know that with Progressive, you can easily add another car to your auto insurance because we know life changes.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-967-7711. That's 800-967-7711.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS physicians are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Wednesday on Out of Bounds, it is game day. We got Arkansas, Texas, Wednesday night at 6 at Bud Walton Arena. Razorbacks trying to bounce back after that loss against Florida. We'll preview the game. Also coming up, Kevin Bohannon from hogsports.com will join us. He will have a recap of the Arkansas Oral Roberts midweek game, and we'll look ahead to the weekend. All that and a whole lot more coming up Wednesday on Out of Bounds.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
Welcome back into the zone. Second hour getting ready to start. Waiting on Coach Kelly. Is he coming today? Surely he is. He would let me know about it.
I would think he would let you know if he weren't.
Yeah. Let me text Coach real quick. I always like hanging out with Coach Kelly. Joe's gone. We got some Middleton Heat and Air text we'll talk about here in a second. But before that, we got to talk about that good old Red Right Report.
Good old red-white report. Let me get to that right here.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
And we're going to start with Razorback basketball, even though we've been talking about that, and obviously a big talker of the day, as Arkansas is set to play Texas in the last home game of the year up in Fayetteville. Obviously, you just heard Joe talk about the implications if Arkansas is able to win this game when it comes to tournament time, potentially getting more rest. Speaking of rest, recap of our zone question of the day. A lot of people wishing that they would rest Darius Acuff if he does have this alleged ankle injury. But before all that, we said it is the last game, Todd, so a lot of players will be playing their last game up at Bud Walton Arena. One of those being Trevin Brazile.
Yep. And, he's not really ready just to call it a career just yet.
I feel like I can name a few different instances, but, we still got a lot of basketball to play, so I feel like the best is yet to come.
Best is just to come. I believe Pringle's last game. I saw Coach Cal post something that that's the thing about basketball. Not too often is there a big senior night. Typically, if you have really good players, they're gone after year 1 or 2 or 3. You don't see a lot of seniors hanging around.
I was going to say, is this Acuff's last home game?
I would say it's almost, it's definitely Acuff's last home game, right? How wild would that be if he decided to come back?
That would be huge.
It'd be unreal, especially with what we got coming in next year. All right, let's once again, baseball, obviously, they are getting set for a weekend matchup against Stetson, and that will be the stage, or that will set the stage for the following weekend up in Fayetteville as Arkansas is set to host Mississippi State for the first conference game. That should be fun. Other news when it comes to Razorback sports, Tyson Food. They strike a major deal with the patch that you see on the jerseys. That'll send 90% of every dollar to the players. So Arkansas may have found a new way to fund their athletes. Tyson Dill sends that 90 cents to every dollar. So here is a article I saw this morning, Todd, from Brandon Marcello.
Okay.
Kind of dug this, and we've known this has been coming for a while. Details, still not many, besides the 90% going to the athletes. So college athletics right now scrambling to fund the exploding cost of paying athletes. That's no surprise. Been doing that for years now. Arkansas may have landed one of the sport's most aggressive new models, a corporate sponsorship designed primarily to pay players. Razorbacks and Tyson's Food, they have entered a 5-year partnership that will place the company's logo on the jersey of not just football, not just baseball, not just basketball, but all 19 Arkansas teams. That will begin in the 2026-2027 academic year. But the branding, they say, is only one part. It's the guaranteed money that is going to the players. I'm not sure what the other 10% is for. I guess they'll detail that later. Arkansas Athletic Director Hunter Yurachek calls this agreement the largest true sponsorship agreement in college athletics right now. Key 2 words, right now. That will change, I promise you that. But they're not the first school to do it. The intention is that every student athlete will be positively impacted, no doubt. It's really important to Mr. Tyson and Donnie King, the president and CEO, and Kristen Lambert, their chief growth officer. And it's really important to Arkansas as well. I did read as this went on that John Tyson was talking about NIL and how it's potentially hurting college athletics. And this is why he said this is fun, because the smaller sports kind of go unrecognized and unsupported. This is their way of supporting the other sports as well. Now, how that money gets divvied up, I don't know. What percentage goes to what? I don't know. How much is the deal worth?
We don't know.
We don't know. John Tyson said it's not $100 million. Let's just put it that way. But they did not disclose how much this deal is worth. The structure of it is still happening, but they say it will make national attention, I guess. Tyson goes on to say that the game is changing so quickly. The agreement reflects to rapidly the emerging market of jersey patch sponsorships. So other schools that are doing this, I'm trying to get to other schools that have actually Learfield, who's actually working with the University of Arkansas. They say the valuations of this new asset could range roughly from $500,000 to $12 million annually. Still don't know. LSU has already jumped on this ship.
Yeah, apparently it's through some electric company or something.
Yeah, so they struck a 7-year agreement with Woodside Energy in February. LSU did not disclose the financial details. UNLV, they have a 5-year deal with a biological company, and that deal for 5 years is worth $11 million. So interesting. I mean,
so it seems like it's on par with that, or maybe even a little bigger.
I would say not too many other schools have done this yet, and I feel like they all will. So it's nice that Arkansas is getting out ahead of it, not being last to the party. I think we were slow with the whole portal NIL adjustment. We were so against it, and it put us in a really bad spot. Now we're kind of getting a head start. What better place than having people in your own backyard?
Exactly. And, I mean, I think a lot of that may have to deal with, changing of the guard in the fall of dropping the one NIL company and going with the other one. And that whole change of motion put a whole new course on everything, and that could be part and parcel of the new course and direction they're going.
Yeah. I also want to say that Learfield also announced that they are soon about to close the deal and announce the naming rights of who's going to have the naming rights to Arkansas Football Stadium. Would make sense if it was Tyson as well. Who knows? But as far as to me, I don't see it being much of a advantage for people going out buying more Tyson food product. But it's just them wanting to take care of the school that's in their own backyard. He went on to say it's a huge economic boost whenever the athletic department does well. And so I like it. Somebody from here wanting to support their own team. And I'm sure when it comes to business expenses and taxes and write-offs, it probably helps when it comes to putting money in a spot you like. Joining us now in studio. I was waiting on you, Coach. I was getting a little worried you weren't going to hang out with us. Coach Kevin Kelly in the house. What's up, Coach?
It's a nice Wednesday.
Yes.
Playoff basketball and high school starts.
State
tournament basketball.
After, yeah.
So you know what that means? That means next week is conference tournament and college basketball.
Yes.
And it's on for a month.
Oh,
we got
man.
good sports again for a month.
Yep. Sheridan, are they any basketball team?
Yeah, I'm going. As soon as I leave here, I'm going to Farmington up by Fayetteville.
Okay.
Boys and girls are both in the state tournament.
Okay, nice.
Love state tournament time.
Yeah, Farmington girls will be a tough task.
They're probably going to. I mean, they're they're probably going to be favored to win.
Yeah, they won it all last year.
They're good.
They are returning their star player, who is just a sophomore now.
Yeah, she's a baller.
She's special. I'm not trying to take away from Sheridan right now. Every so often, Arkansas gets a generational talent. Now, the thing with her size will be a thing. How will it correspond to the next level? But as far as high school is concerned,
yeah,
she is fun to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Her name's Easton McCullough. Yeah. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Also, too, another generational talent that we hope people check out. We talk about J.J. Andrews.
J.J. Andrews.
He's right here in this state. So every once in a while, Arkansas produces some names that are worth watching, and you have the opportunity to do it before it costs a lot of money to watch them play.
You know, his daddy played football.
He's pretty good.
Pretty good football player.
Pretty big athlete.
I think the son could have been a football or a basketball player. I think JJ.
He said, Sean said that he has a younger son, and he says he is strong. And when Sean Andrews says that somebody is strong, it means something. And so keep an eye on the younger Andrews brother. He's going to be something to be dealt with, I would assume, on a football field. We just got to play that out. I was talking about the Tyson partnership that they have struck with Arkansas. No surprise that we're getting into this world of branding on jerseys and uniforms and all that stuff. Not even the details on how much this partnership will cost. Thoughts, though, on how you think this will be divvied up?
Well, what I'm wondering is, does the NCAA not have something saying they can't put? I guess they don't put a logo on their uniform.
Not now. LSU is on board. UNLV is on board.
Usually, like the state governing bodies, like the AAA, usually follow the same guidelines, kind of. And, they've got all kinds of uniform regulations for the National Federation of High Schools where you can't have this on there, that on there. And it surprised me. I'm glad for Arkansas. Hey, more money, right? And the no matter what they do with that money, somebody's going to be mad about it. Do we give some of that to the women? Do we give some of that to other sports? Do we,
Well, that's what John Tyson said. He said that he is. I'm trying to go. You mentioned, I think something just changed where now they're allowed to do that.
Good.
I read that in this article. I need to go back and find it. But John Tyson, his big thing was this will go to all 19 teams, not just the big three. because he said he felt like all this NIL stuff is really hurting. Let's see. I think it's actually right here. For him, the university serves as what is called the region's economic sports engine, particularly for Olympic sports that rely on college athletics as their primary development pipeline. He says, my bigger worry in the NIL College Sports Day is where we develop athletes beyond the big three sports. All the other sports still need to be funded somehow. And so this is his way of probably trying to help that out.
I think it's fantastic that he does that. I also think, let's say he said, I want it all to go to basketball. Do you think he should be allowed to do that?
Yes.
It's his money.
Right?
Right?
Yes.
There's so many people that don't think that anymore. But I like that he's doing it. But I would have liked it either way.
They don't think if somebody individually wants to donate $100 million, let's just say that for a number, they think the university should decide where it goes.
You'd be amazed at how many people have turned down pretty big gifts.
Because
they wanted it to earmark towards one thing.
Wow.
And they go, there's a lot of places now. Well, I think OBU's one of them. Wichita Baptist. And I say that because my son went there. And and I know Rex Horn, who I think is one of the greatest men ever, that was the president for a while. They've got it where, like, anybody that gives a gift, I think the number's 90% can go to that, but 10% has to go to another area.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
Wow.
Well, 90-10, you're going, okay, I could deal with that. I've heard of some private colleges and private high schools where it's 50-50.
Wow.
You know, where you can donate, but 50% of it's going here, and they'll turn them down. I mean, the people, I'm not doing it. Wow. And I'd be going like,
why?
Why would we not take their money?
Interesting.
You know, so anyway, and I guess there's something to the other side. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and there may be a legal thing to it, too, saying that money that is donated.
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Coach, I don't know these things.
but this is good. How much? And he's going to get ads. You know, Tyson's.
Yeah.
Ads work, right? I mean, we know if I see a commercial, I'm the worst guy in the world. I'm like, oh, I want that hamburger. You know.
Yeah.
And but he's getting something out of it. People are going to see Tyson's. They're going to. They're already. We're thinking, oh, they're already thinking it. Well, they thought Coca-Cola thought that too. And the only year Pepsi ever beat them was the year Coke went 1 year without doing ads.
Wow.
And you just think, well, everybody knows who Coke is. We don't need to do ads. Well, they do. You have to. It's out of sight, out of mind for people. So good. They get something out of it. That might promote more of it.
I would say I'm curious how much this will benefit them when it comes to people now wanting to go buy. But you're right. Every once in a while, I'll see something on TV, and I'm like, I forgot about that. I'm going to go get that at the store.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen often, but it does happen.
Yeah.
So consistency is the key. And talk about being consistent. It's on every uniform at the University of Arkansas.
But aren't they getting a lot of workers from the University of Arkansas? Out of the engineering, I mean, so they're getting other things out of it too. Maybe they see a guy and a guy's like, "Man, I was on the golf team and Tyson sponsored us, and I could go to Tyson or I could go to some other place to be. I'm gonna go to Tyson. They sponsor. You know, there's a little thing.
You know, it's funny you bring that up. People all the time talk about Walmart. Where are they at? Why are they not stepping up in a big way and donating? First of all, Walmart's spent an ungodly amount at the University of Arkansas. They just put it in other areas beyond sports.
Yeah.
And so, because they understand, too, being a part of that school, we got headquarters here. We want to invite some brilliant minds in the business world to come live in Northwest Arkansas.
My
be
own
a part of
daughter
what
is
we're doing.
benefiting from a big money grant internship thing that they have for the engineering programs right now.
Yeah.
And I mean, so Walmart gives money. And sure, they're developing a pipeline for their own workers too. They get a ton of Arkansas kids, but it benefits them too because they don't put any pressure on you to come join them. They're just teaching you how to be great at what you do in any area. So you could leave there and go work for Costco, Target, anywhere. They're training you up on the engineering, the robotics, the marketing of it. I hope nobody ever complains about Walmart.
No.
How awesome they've been for the university.
They do a lot.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people want them to just individually fund the football program, but they do a lot for you.
And it's their dang money. They can do what they want to.
You're right.
We would like them to give it to the football program. But
nice.
But they get to do what they want to with it.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it.
They did just build a nice big new headquarters in Bentonville, too. So
yeah. Have you been up there lately, Coach?
Well,
to downtown Walmart?
No,
it's
I have
insane.
Not. Is it?
I call it downtown Walmart.
Yeah.
Because I caught myself driving up in Bentonville, buddy's wedding, and I got lost. I said, "What town is this?" But it was just Walmart corporate. They got
That's what my daughter said.
They got stoplights. They got They got restaurants. I was just like, what is happening?
They're modeled after.
This is their campus.
Have you ever been out to like Google or Apple out there? I mean, it's like that. It's its own city.
Yeah, that's what it felt
and
like.
And that's what Walmart modeled. That it's its own city now. They don't want you to have to leave.
Oh, you don't?
Or if you got to go shopping or you got to go grab a lunch or on the way home, you've even got to pick something up. They want you to be able to just right there.
They
it's
have
all
it
right
all
there.
right there.
It's all right there.
Insane.
Convenience, so your employee. But it's great for the employees, right? It makes you love them. Like, man, you go meet any of those people that work out there in those corporate, they love the place. They're like, look at what they're doing for us.
If there was a use for my talents at Walmart, I'd be gone in a heartbeat. I'll move up there in a heartbeat. Because I also,
you better be careful. I'm calling.
I also hear they pay very, very well.
I was just talking to a girl that graduated at PA that played soccer, and I was close to her family. Her brother played football for me, and she's kind of high up at Walmart.
Yeah, she's doing all right.
They let her work remotely like 4 days a week from Little Rock, and she goes up there for like 2 days, Thursday, Friday.
Nice.
I'm like, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah. You're doing pretty well.
They do you well, and they let you work, as long as you get it done.
Let's circle this back around to high school state basketball going on right now. We got a caller on line one who I guess wants to brag or give us something about Easton McCullough. What you got for us, Mark?
Hey, man, DJ, I'm an old Farmington guy. Watched you come up there and play playoff football.
That was forever ago. Good night, yes. But go ahead.
It was, and let me tell you, you were a man amongst boys on that field. You could you pass the eye test. I'll just say that.
Fair
you
enough.
could say, "Oh my gosh, he's going to beat somebody."
Thank you.
But I watched Easton McCullough play yesterday.
Yeah,
dude, she had 49 at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, she's special.
And then they put her in. She started the fourth quarter, hit a three. They called timeout to stop the mercy clock from running and pulled her out and put the subs in.
Yeah,
but she hits 49, and it's not a ball hog situation. She probably had 6, 7, 8 assists, and she just makes everybody better around her. And she just smooth. Her mother was a Farmington kid that played at Mississippi State, and she's the coach. Did
her
you know
mom's
that?
the coach. Yeah, her mom's the coach, women's coach. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and her mother played at Mississippi State. Just like you said, it's a generational talent. You've heard of logo threes, shooting it from the logo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Steph Curry, Caitlin Clark type shots.
Yeah.
They're 30 foot, 32 feet, 29 foot 3-pointers with ease. And I don't know, the kid's just amazing. And she can't even drive yet. She's in the 10th grade.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about that. Yeah.
I'm glad they let her get 50.
Unbelievable.
I'm glad they let her get 50.
Yeah,
Put her back in, let her drop
that's,
50.
That's not new to her. Hey, Mark,
Yeah.
thanks for the call, Mark.
You betcha.
Yeah.
You bet.
You want to say something controversial about that?
What you got?
Well, girls shoot threes really well.
Uh-huh.
The ball's about the size of a marble. You can throw 5 balls in there. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I knew. I was like, what are you about to say?
You know what I'm saying, though? If you talk to the boys, they'll be like, well, I mean, like, it's easy. The ball doesn't even hit the rim. It's so small compared to the rim.
Her gameplay, he said, Caitlin Clark, she kind of reminds me just the way she moves of a Paige Beckers. Now, Paige Beckers, I didn't realize it's like 6'1", 6'2". She's different league, but
I wonder how tall is Easton?
God, I think we're getting into the 5'9".
Yeah,
which is not.
That's a tall girl.
I hope it's at least 5'9".
I hope well, she won't play today. Dang, I was hoping to catch her because I've got 2 games up there, game at 4 and a game at 7 to watch. I was hoping she played in between.
I have a good feeling you may catch her in Hot Springs for the state championship.
Yeah,
so
you're probably right.
She may be around there for that one. 11:26. If you want to be a part of the show, y'all know the number. 501-661-1037. I forgot it earlier. Or hit us up on our text line or our live fan feedback as well. Coach, we haven't talked to you since the Combine. We both sat here and said it's not going to surprise us when Taylor runs 4.3. We know that's in the tank. And him being as athletic as he is, we've seen that all year. But now people are thinking, this is the best performance we've ever seen. A team would be stupid not to take this guy. How do you measure God-given ability like that, and is it productive for what you need as a football team if you're an NFL coach looking at Taylor Green right now?
It depends on what he said in the interviews. And here's what I mean. when they asked Matt Jones in interviews, hey, are you willing to play anywhere if we want to put you at receiver or whatever? And he was like, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I just want a fishing boat on my contract. You probably heard about
Yeah.
all that. And if Taylon Green said, hey, I'll play anywhere. I'd like to play quarterback. I'd like to try quarterback, but I'll do whatever you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
He just helped his stock tremendously. That will go hand in hand with those numbers. Now, if he goes, nope, playing quarterback.
So
then that's going to be
He was interviewed by, was it Stacey Dials? She was down there working for the Combine, and she asked, were you asked to do other workouts? And he said, no one asked. No one said, hey, do you want to hop in the receiver drills? Do you want to do this? So no one asked that. Then she said, if they did, would you? And he says, no, I'm coming here to be a quarterback. So I would assume that question would be asked in the meeting rooms as well, right?
Who's his agent?
I bet I could find that out, right?
Yeah. I mean, because the agent needs to have said, you just say yes.
Yeah.
You say yes. Because in those meeting rooms, they're going to try to trick him a little bit. Here's what I mean. They're going to get there and go, hey, we want you to come play quarterback, but if we wanted you to work out somewhere else, would you? And if he goes, yeah, I would. They'll try to get him to really get his feel. They'll be like, no, but I mean, you really want to play quarterback. We think you probably don't want to play somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get him to say no. And if he does, then they kind of, they use that. But for a guy like him that has the ability to do that, I get him wanting to play quarterback. I get it. But my first goal would be get in the NFL, get drafted, get that contract. It's not going to, it's going to be by where you get drafted. It's how much you're going to get as a rookie. So get as high as you can. Tell them, yeah, I'll come play I'll play defensive end if you want me to.
Yeah.
And get that money. Get your guaranteed contract, and then try to sell yourself to them as a quarterback.
Hey, another name that was big time, obviously, in college football last year, Diego Pavia. And you don't hear anything about him. And I was explaining to my lady the other day, she was like, what's he doing? Like, he's not going to go to the Combine and turn heads. That's just not who he is. And then she said, oh, so Taylon Green's better than him. I said, the Combine is a very interesting thing. I think it's very misleading sometimes about how good of a football player somebody is. Now, as far as how good of an athlete someone is, no doubt about it. Do you think somebody like him you think after that performance Taylon put on, if Diego Pavia gets drafted before him, people would be like, what the hell's going on?
100% they will. Because
is it justified?
Well, it is. It's not. And same thing as for college guys taking high school guys. Here's the deal. You don't know. I mean, the math shows they don't know how these guys are going to turn out when they draft them, get to the pros. So much is in the head and this kind of stuff. So when in doubt, they take the bigger, faster, stronger guy, right? Because if he fails, they could tell the media he has all the physical tools. He just didn't get it. He just didn't do it. He was lazy, or he didn't work, or he didn't study. But if you bring a kid into college that's 5'9", and like Pavia, if you bring him in, he doesn't work. Your fan base hates you. You wasted a scholarship on that kid. You wasted NIL money on him because he does not have the physical tools. And then if he does work out, it's because he was a grit and grimy and all this kind of stuff. So when in doubt, they always take the tool guy, right?
Yep.
The guy that got the tools. Coming out of high school, were you a 3-star?
Who was that?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
4. Come on,
Were you a 4? Well, I want you to be 3 because it would
Dang.
help my point.
All right.
But you're a 5.
3.5.
But you were a 5 in college.
Thank you.
Right? And how many guys are 5 coming out of high school but are a nut in college? It's all the time.
Yeah.
And that's where Pavia goes. What he hopes to be, or somebody hopes he is another Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Baker had his problems in college with some mishaps and, the drunk thing at Fayetteville and that kind of craziness. And then he matured, and now he's making a bunch of money and playing really well. Pavia is him, and he's going to either turn into Mayfield or Manziel.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, you talked about Manziel. He hangs out with him a lot in his downtime.
I wish he was hanging out
with
Baker
Mayfield. All over. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a great point. 2 very similar college paths, and one took this route, and one is. And it's funny because Manziel, he went on a podcast and said, "I just want him to learn from my mistakes,"
Well,
and
let's
like
hope
me.
he does.
And then later that night, they both are out at the club.
Yeah,
just,
and that's what you hope. You wish people around Pavia were saying, "Look, get around the best people you can. Get around people that other people look, because somebody might not draft him late just because he's around Manziel.
Yeah.
And that might draft him. They're like, we might draft it, and he's around Baker Mayfield every day. Or even better, go hang around Kirk Cousins. Everybody will draft you then if they were going to draft you. Like, you chose the best guy in the NFL to hang around, as a quarterback. So,
and there's a really good opportunity to this process is maybe had him lock in a little bit more. Because when he was at Vanderbilt for the past 2 years, everyone on earth was telling him how great he was. And after a while, people start believing it.
Yeah.
And then when you have a surrounding circle that feeds off of that as well, it's a recipe sometimes for a disaster. So maybe he's stepping away from the spotlight so much because when's the last time we'd heard anything about Pavia? We haven't heard much.
It's good that we haven't.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we heard wasn't good,
and
in New York.
Now he can focus back on to being what made him a great football player. There's no doubt he was a really good football player in college. It's just if he can do it at the next level.
Is Mike Washington a first-rounder now?
Do we have time? Can we talk about this on the other side?
Yeah.
I was going to bring him up because we talked about the potential of him doing well at the Combine, what that meant for him as well. But before we head into break, I want to tell you about my friends over there at Chris Crane Hyundai. Doing such a great job taking care of people in the area of Conway. All right, so if you're in Conway and you want to head on out, you need a new vehicle, they got a lot that's full right now of the Palisades, Tucsons, all the 2026 models. And when it comes to getting a Hyundai, are they good at what they do? Well, according to the people, for the past 7 years, the number one Hyundai dealer in Arkansas. So they know a thing or two. Customer service is great. Also, on site, they have a collision center. So if you have any bumps or bruises on your car, you can knock that out there as well. Also, you've been looking to go ahead and get that tint on the windows. You got a company you want to wrap a car. They do that all on site, one-stop shop. And I can't forget, for select models right now, 0% financing. Head on out to Chris Crane Hyundai in Conway.
Pat Bradley gets in the zone each Tuesday, courtesy of Wood Grill Buffet in Benton. Open Thursday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. Come one, come all, come hungry.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in college basketball, Georgia got a big home win, beating 16th-ranked Alabama 98-88 behind Cannon Ketching's 32 points and 6 rebounds. Florida won their second straight game by 34 points. Saturday's was a 111-77 win over Arkansas. Last night's win was a 108-75 win over Mississippi State. Elsewhere in the SEC, Texas A&M got their 20th win of the season, beating Kentucky 96-85. Oklahoma got an 80-64 home win over Missouri, and 23rd-ranked Tennessee beat South Carolina 78-59. Arkansas will try to bounce back from their tough loss to Florida tonight as they host Texas for their final home game of the season. Tip is set for 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. Stay tuned afterwards for the Bet Saracen Basketball postgame show with Wes Moore and myself. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network.
Oaklawn Hot Springs presents Oaklawn Race Day with Justin Acree and David Longinati every Saturday morning at 11. It's your inside track to America's hottest thoroughbred action.
It's Justin Acree for Gwatney Chevrolet. My friends in Jacksonville are standing by and ready to serve you. Same thing they've been doing since 1957. If you were looking for a car dealership that will take great care of you, give you great deals, handle your trade-in, and give you a great dollar amount for that, there's one place to go. Head north from the capital city, get off the James Street exit, and you are in business with my friends at Gwatney Chevrolet. This will be a business deal indeed, but they will treat you like family. That's why they've been such a great dealership for so long, and that's why people come back again and again. You can call them at 501-982-2102. You can see their inventory, all of it, online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. So if you want to peruse what they have to offer before you head out there to make the buying process a little more efficient, by golly, do it. But you're going to have a great experience. You're going to want to hang out there all day because you're going to get great service during the sale and after the sale. It's a family-friendly, helpful, no-pressure environment. They want you to come in, feel great about the experience, and drive off with a great car and a great experience. Gwatney Chevrolet is the dealership you want to do business with again and again. So head to Jacksonville and see our friends out on TP White Drive. Gwatney Chevrolet, driving trust every mile.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus, lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Get $250 on us with your first $25 wager.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Welcome to Moe's. Everyone knows that coming into Moe's for our Mo Monday special is the best deal in burritos. But what about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part? It's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
There's only one dealer who gives you the convenience of 16 locations with 7 brands, over 5,000 new and pre-owned vehicles to shop. I'm, of course, talking about Crane Automotive Team. The Crane Team backs every vehicle with the Crane commitment, including a love it or leave it exchange policy and a 100,000-mile warranty. If your vehicle doesn't have the Crane Team Automotive Team sticker on the back, then you probably paid too much. Visit one of their 16 locations today or online at craneteam.com.
The Zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acree and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
I've wasted a paycheck on whiskey and long necks ever since you left, trying to figure this out. This Jack I've been drinking's been wasted on thinking. Now I got a new reason for throwing them down. Light 'em up, hold 'em tall. Here's to us happily never after all. Ain't gonna waste one more night missing one of you back.
All right, welcome back into the zone. Before we get started, I want to tell you about my friends in Greenbrier, Standing Firm Farms. That weather getting better. You want to start firing up those grills, you might as well get the best product when it comes to that good old Angus beef. Yeah, I'm telling you, the best you're going to find. None of that junk, no steroid injections, no hormones, no nothing. Grass or grain-fed. So when it comes to all the select meats, we got you covered. The ribeyes, the fillets, the strips, you got them all. Chuck roast, once again, one of my personal favorites. But they're a ground beef supplier. It's a lot of restaurants right here in the natural state. The reason they are, one, product's awesome, but the consistency, it's going to be the same bite every time. You can't go to a restaurant and the burger tastes different every time you have it. Can't have it. So my friends at Greenbrier, they make sure they're doing it the right way. Also, I'm going to keep on saying it until they sell out again, because this happened in December, and I want it to happen now with the new item that they have on their menu, the brisket burgers, the best you're going to find. So if you want to dip your toe in the water, this is how you do it. Go to standingfirmfarms.com. Once you're there, click on the inventory tab. And once you scroll down, you'll see you have options of sample boxes. You got the grill sampler, you got the burger bundle box, or now the brisket burger bundle box. You can start there, and then you can go up all the way up to a whole side of beef. You can get a quarter beef if you want to as well. Throw it in the deep freeze, be good all year. So if you want to support local and shop local, all you have to do is visit my friends at standingfirmfarms.com. Back to Coach Kelly and pick up where we left off on the other side. You talked about Mike Washington Jr. Did he bump himself up into the first round? And I am saying, depending on what teams need, I don't think it would be much of a risk for a team. Now, when people think about running backs, they think about lifespan in the league, being banged up or not. I just think when you go back and look at his performance, very so often, I say this, that the combine actually helps people. I think for the most part, it's all about tape. His combine performance made some people who may have overlooked him go look closer. And he is one of the few who actually have the tape to back it up. And so when it comes, we talked about this, Coach, before it even started. We thought he was a top 5 running back. I think he's top 2 now.
I think he may be 2.
Based off athleticism, what he did at the Senior Bowl, size.
And size. At that size.
Yes.
Yeah.
And tape to back it up. And his journey has been interesting at Buffalo. Then he goes to New Mexico State. Then he goes to SEC. Each and every year he stepped up against better competition, learning a new offense almost every year, and being extremely successful. What do you think about him?
I think it now, I mean, I wish kids didn't jump around so we could get used to him. How would we love to have had Mike Washington as a freshman and been Mike Washington fans for the next 3 years? I think you turned off mine.
Oop, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You got the
Turned
wrong
out the wrong one.
That's
My,
all right.
my bad.
Go ahead.
But I would love to have been a fan of Mike Washington forever. If he'd been at Arkansas for 3 or 4 years,
Man, can you imagine?
he's one of the guys. He's like you in the state.
He's fun.
Everybody knows who you are and all that. But I think it helped him that he went. He had to show, like you said, he learned a new offense every year, picked it up quick. Teams are like that. I think it got him looked at by teams he wouldn't be looked at. I think, and I'm going to say at his size and what he did, and then with the ball in his hand, he had that one guy miss move in addition to run around you and run past you with that speed. The one thing I saw as I'm researching, because I'm pulling for this guy.
Yeah.
And I think he is. I think he's top 2. Somebody came out with a deal, and they showed the facts behind it. I did not know this. Wouldn't have guessed it. He was one of the worst backs in the country in yards after contact.
Last year?
Yep.
Interesting.
Yeah. Now, you could go, well, maybe it was so good making guys miss where another guy would have got contacted that it wasn't contact at all, so it didn't count as positive yards after contact. Because I'm looking at his, like you say, look at his film, and you're like, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And there's no lying about the film. There's lying about the numbers. Doesn't make you a great player. The film doesn't lie. And but that came out. Now I want to dive deeper.
Go back and watch
see where.
tape.
Yeah. Does he go down easy? Because all the things I saw, he might have got brushed, but he made a great cut.
Yeah.
And the speed just beat people to the corner that should have got contact on him, but couldn't because he's so fast.
I mean, I'm not putting him in this category, but Reggie Bush didn't let a lot of people touch him.
Right.
He
probably was not a yards after contact guy either.
So elusive.
Yeah, he was.
But my thing, I go back to the Arkansas State game. There was one play where Fernando Carmona was pulling around, lead blocking for Mike Washington, and he wasn't very patient, and he didn't let Carmona get out in front and set up the block. And he ends up running past him and get tackled by the guy that he's supposed to block. Fast forward to the Tennessee game, exact same play, exact same scenario. You see Mike be patient in the backfield. Carmona gets out there, and he picks up a really good gain. And so I see somebody that's learning week to week. I see all the physical traits. Somebody asked me about his pass protection because that will allow him to be an every down back.
Yeah.
I would have to go back and look. I really would. There's a couple times I would see him where he was waiting on it instead of attacking it at the line of scrimmage. But I really don't know about the pass protection yet. Now, with Talon, it's tricky because he's someone who didn't really sit in the pocket too long. He's out and running. And so I don't know. We had him on the show, and personality-wise, I know he's crushing it in the meeting rooms. When you talk about investing in somebody, you don't have to worry about him getting in trouble. You don't have to worry about him not trying to get better every day. You don't have to worry about how the money's going to affect him. I think he's about as good as a character guy you can get who actually has the athleticism to back it up. So I still think he's a day 2 guy, in my opinion. I would be shocked if he goes any later than that. I think if he gets picked up mid or late 3rd round, I think that would be a steal for a team. And so I'm excited to see where he goes. Hopefully it's not someplace where he just gets buried. He has a little tandem running back and a good offensive line to go behind.
Most mock drafts I'm looking at looks like they have just one running back in the first round going.
The guy from Notre Dame?
Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's not bad. So he could still go round 2 and still be the second best like we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I like Jeremiah Love, and I'm biased, but I might take Washington over that because that speed.
Yeah.
And then
now he ran a 4.3.
He ran a 4.3 something
9 or something like that. Yeah. So
I mean,
they're all moving.
That's flying at 220.
It's so fun nowadays. If you don't run a 4.2, people think, "Oh, that guy's slow." That's just
4.3 is blazing in real life.
Oh my gosh, it's unreal. You got a comment for us, Todd?
Yeah, there's a texter from the 501 says, "Love Mike Washington, but I wouldn't draft him or any other running back in the first round ever again."
No, you
that
probably
sounds personal.
No, you probably shouldn't. The studies show you shouldn't draft a running back in the first round.
Yeah,
they're the most interchangeable part maybe that there is on offense, and that's where that comes from. Just
is that
analytics.
why that position becomes so devalued? Because
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah. Analytically, running backs don't help you win as much because if you run the ball on 2nd and 10, that's actually a negative play for you to do. I mean, and so, but receivers make chunk plays. Running backs don't make nearly as many chunk plays. And running backs, because they're running the ball, have 0-yard plays sometimes. And a stuff in the game of football at any level kills that drive.
Yeah.
It cuts the chances like down into a fifth to score.
I tell you, if there isn't a better example right now, what one team in the NFL owes almost their whole season to a running back?
Seattle.
And
they're about to let him walk.
Yeah, they're about to let him walk. That shows you, I mean, literally what he did in their whole playoff run in the Super Bowl MVP, they passed up on tagging him. So they're putting him out there saying, thank you, but if we don't have you next year, it's not as big of a deal as it is to make sure we keep somebody else. So I get where you're coming from.
Coincidentally, he's predicted by the NFL. I mean, the ESPN's draft new mock came out 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Mike Washington goes to Seattle.
Could you imagine?
That's what
How wild will that be?
Let that guy walk. We have to gift you. Hey, it'd be a great place to go as a running back.
A great place. And especially if they lose him, why would they not get him in the second round, right?
Yeah.
God, that'd be special.
It's interesting. Yeah.
What else did I want to talk to you about? I had something else I wanted to talk to you about, Coach, and I could not remember. Well, we're tight on time anyway.
Sign of old age.
I'm glad I just looked up. We got to stay on top of things. I don't have a what the hell for you today.
Didn't figure you did.
Because that's more of a Justin.
That's a Justin
thing,
deal.
And he finds these stories. I don't know how he does. Maybe he just looks at a Florida website and comes up with all these
I've
things.
started to ask him so I could look them up myself.
Yeah.
I'd like a daily one.
Oh, you want a daily?
But instead, I like that so much.
Yeah.
I like getting 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
I love it when he says where we're at. Hey, we're in Tallahassee, Florida.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
We got birthday trivia today. I'm running
Now,
it.
I've got to leave at 12:30.
So
we
you
do
want
it
us to
before
get
then?
in? Of course we can. Justin would say no.
Justin would say no.
I'm going to say yes.
I got to get to Farmington.
You got to get to Farmington. We'll do birthday trivia, and I guess we'll let you skip out on entertainment. That sound like a plan?
Yeah, it's a plan.
All right, let's go ahead and get to a break. We'll read some of our text line and our live fan feedback on the other side. If you want to get a call in, now is the time to do that as well. Coach Kelly is going to be leaving us before 12:30, so any question you have in for Coach, now would be the time to go ahead and get that in. Once again, as we head into break, Jones & Son, a place if you're looking for some fine jewelry, the finest, I say, and unique. They have their couture collection only to be found at Jones & Son. So if you're in the market for something special, it's hard to get your hands in, and it is nice, then head on over to 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Also, when it comes to the diamonds they have there, you're going to best quality diamond at a fraction of price. They are direct diamond importer, which means, you know it by now, they don't have to set their prices based off the competition. They do it based off their repeat customers that they've had for over 30 years. That's why they're so competitive in their pricings, because they have no competition. Also got all the top brands in the business, Michael Himm, Vahan, and they got a best price match guarantee to make sure you won't find any better price than at 11121 Rodney Parham Road.
It was always cold, no sunshine.
What drives you? Family moments, new adventures, or just the love of the open road? Whatever it is, Gwatney Chevrolet is here to help you get there. For generations, we've been more than a dealership. We've been part of life's milestones, big and small. With a team that puts you first and a car buying experience that's easy and stress-free, we're here to find the perfect vehicle for what drives you. Visit us in Jacksonville or online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com, presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. They restore, you recover.
I've always wanted to learn French, but the app I tried didn't help.
If you want to memorize words in another language, there's an app for that. But if you want to really learn another language, there's Babbel. Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different. Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Babbel feels like it was created intentionally by people who really know what you need to learn another language. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Want to really learn another language? Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com to save up to 50%. BABBEL.com.
Hawks Homes presents the Morning Mayhem Razorback Review. In business for 39 years, Hawks Homes offers custom-built, manufactured, and modular homes. Find them at hawkshome.net.
When second's making a play, short's got to cover.
A winning insurance strategy doesn't rely on one person.
Good hustle, good hustle.
Communicate with your guys and make sure everyone's in the right coverage.
It takes a team that knows its roles well, working together to provide an exceptional experience.
Set the screen. You have to protect yourself. 1, 2, 3, Wildcat!
At Shelter Insurance, you can count on our local agents and award-winning customer service to help you protect what matters most.
See Shelter Agent Lawrence Forrester in Cabot, Steve Fisher in Stuttgart, or Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff today.
This is Pat Bradley, and Happy New Year from the Wood Grill Buffet in Benton. Maybe you made a New Year resolution to eat better, and Wood Grill Buffet has a huge 200-item buffet of fresh, delicious dishes to make the New Year special. Or maybe your resolution is to lose weight. Wood Grill is a huge salad bar and lots of hot veggie items. We'll also cater and bring all the food to you, and you can get it with a quick call or online order to pick up. If you're like me, let's enjoy some great basketball and some great food from Wood Grill Buffet. Two of my favorite things. They're open Thursday through Sunday for lunch and dinner at the Congo Road exit in Benton.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, welcome back in. Talking to Coach Kelly in the break about combine stuff and things that people don't realize is people who run 5 second. I think 5 second. I would say average Joe is trying to figure out if you're fast or not. And so a while ago, my buddy of mine, Josh Throne, I do a little podcast with him, and something came out where Tom Brady was running a 40, and he ran faster in his later life when he was at Tampa than he did at the combine. And he timed himself running a 5.1. And my boy was just like, I'm faster than Tom Brady.
Tom didn't run a 5.1.
And I said this. I was like, Josh, I don't think you're faster than Tom Brady. He says, DJ, I'm not running over a 5 second 4. It's like, I don't think you realize how fast that is.
It is fast.
And he got out there, and we timed it, right? And we actually had Joe Adams come out and coach him up, all right? We did all this. And when I say, like, he looked, I was like, okay, he's moving. 5'3".
Yeah.
5'2". And he was looking at the clock like, what is – people don't realize how fast that is.
Well, it's the same thing as when you go – when we hear about the quarterbacks. You know, Kyler Murray's making $60 million and Dak's making $50 million. And then we go, oh, man, that left tackle right there was a fourth-round draft choice. He's only making $4 million.
Yeah.
$4 million is a lot of dang
pretty darn
money.
good.
Yeah, I mean that's $250,000 a month.
Yeah.
I mean if you got paid weekly, you're making $50,000 a week basically.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
a lot of dang money.
Yeah, that's rolling.
You know.
Yeah.
And but we compare it, and
Yeah.
they just see the 4 3s and the 4 2. The 5 flat. 5 flat's not slow. But then you look and you see those 300-pound linemen running it, and you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So if you really knew how fast that was, and you see those giants running it nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's amazing to me, that they can get those guys down. Because go back 30 years, and those guys were running 5.5s, 5.6s,
Yeah.
and that wasn't bad.
No.
You know, and
No.
then Willie Rofe comes along. And
So you said
a
you
lot.
timed yourself the other day. We were talking about this. You probably weren't listening, about trying to put together a Buzz Combine. And we were trying to figure out when it comes to the speed what somebody would run. Buzz Combine, HB would win it all. I mean, have you seen this guy? HB headband?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's different. All
Yeah.
right. He would win, no doubt about it. But Justin talked about his 40 time, and I said, he says, would I get under a 5 flat? I said, no.
No
You're not
chance.
running under a
No chance.
5 flat.
No
I
chance.
said, you're, 51?
Yeah.
I said, even if you are able to get up to that speed for you to get it, you might pull a hamstring. I don't know. And so I think we're going to do this. You want to participate with us?
I might, but DJ hurt my feelings behind the scenes while ago. I went out. I didn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
I just set up our little timer, and I wanted to run. And I go, how fast do you think I ran it? And DJ said a 5.8. Now that's I ran it significantly faster than a 5.8.
You were
I was in the
up
5.
like,
I was around the 5.2 range.
you
I
were
was a
setting it
5.19.
up like
Felt
it
good.
was so awful. And I would say, for how old are you?
56.
5.19 is really good.
I was perfect day. I wouldn't have done it, obviously, if I didn't get up and go, God, I feel good today.
Yeah.
So I had a positive mental ad. But I could probably consistently do a 5.3s, I think.
Okay.
Consistently. But if one of my kids on our team ran a 5.3, some of them I'd be like, that's okay. But they would think it's the worst thing because they see all the 4.4s on TV.
Yeah.
Like, 4.4 is flying.
Yeah, there's not too many people out there.
And everybody
Legit
says they run a
too.
4.4, ain't a lot of people run a 4.4.
And the laser times and all that stuff, it's different.
The laser's the difference.
Yeah.
Handheld, there's a lot. I mean, a tenth of a second is like that.
Yeah.
So you might have 4.4 and the guy's really a 4.55.
Yeah.
Might have a 4.5, the guy's 4.7.
And you got to think about it. The difference between a laser and a hand timer, if you have a laser running at the same time as somebody hand timing it at the end, they think that they get it, and it's the difference between a 4.4 and maybe a 4.56, but to the eye, it's almost the same thing.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's only like this far. I don't know. We don't have the cameras on there.
Yeah.
It's only like a yard for a tenth of a second.
Yeah.
And so it's just whoosh, whoosh. But the difference between a handheld and a laser is between 0.12 seconds, so a whole tenth off, and 0.19 on average.
Yep.
So it's almost 0.2 of a second difference sometimes.
So we got 40 seconds left. Knowing that, then when it comes to these receivers that run 4.5s, it's really not that big of a deal.
It's not that big a deal.
It's not. And it shouldn't make people feel like they don't need to be drafted high or anything. It's almost all the same thing, because I feel like on a football field, when are you ever going to line up in a sprinter stance and run 40 yards unhit or unhithered? It's never going to happen.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. Once again, it's fun to watch on TV. Shouldn't have that big of an impact on draft stock sometimes.
Agreed.
Isaac Tesla,
Agreed.
I get it. All right, we're about to be up against it when we come back. Coach Kelly, since he's here and he's leaving early, we're going to get a head start on birthday trivia. And he's going to hit the road. One more hour of the zone after the break.
My name is Billy Richmond, and I'm a guard for the Arkansas Razorbacks. What's it like being a Razorback? Someone who's strong-minded, mentally tough. We got the best fans here. Like, you always got to be 100% if you want to go 100%. So I feel like if you're healthy, then you can just always give it your all. My relationship with my trainers and UAMS are everything.
UAMS Health, the official orthopedics.
Everyone knows that coming in the Moe's for our Mo Monday special. Best deal burrito. What about those other 6 days? Well, let me introduce the new Mo Value Meal. Junior burrito, side of queso, chips, salsa, and a fountain drink for only $9.99. And the best part, it's available all day, every day at Moe's Southwest Grill. Now here's my daughter Andy Kate with a special reminder.
Remember, kids eat free on Sundays. Welcome to Moe's.
Hawks Homes presents the Morning Mayhem Razorback Review. In business for 39 years, Hawks Homes offers custom-built, manufactured, and modular homes. Find them at hawkshome.net.
No matter what you do,
you were finished.
We can't be stopped.
Oh, well, allow me to retort.
103.7 The Buzz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
KABZ, Little Rock. Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Your votes have been counted. Tom Cotton wins over his primary challengers. He defeats Jeb Little and Micah Ashby to secure the Republican nomination for U.S. Senate. And 2 Democrats were vying for a chance to take on Tom Cotton in November. Hallie Schaffner defeats Ethan Dunbar, setting up Schaffner and Cotton to face on Libertarian Jeff Walden in the general election. As for the Pulaski County prosecutor's race, the winner is Bobby Forrest Jr., defeating the incumbent Will Jones. And in the race for District 2 for the U.S. House of Representatives, the incumbent French Hill moves on after defeating primary challenger Chase McDowell. Chris Jones will be the Democrat in the race after defeating Zach Huffman. As for District 4, James Russell defeats Stephen O'Donnell in the primary. Bruce Westerman did not have a Republican challenger, so the winner will face him in November. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center with KARK's Pat Walker.
A mostly cloudy Wednesday and a slight chance of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm here in central Arkansas late this afternoon. It's going to get up to 79 degrees and it's going to be windy with a south-southwest wind of 10 to 20 miles per hour. Going into tonight, there is a chance of more thunderstorms, a 50% chance of storms. Some may be severe. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Pat Walker.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center in Benton proudly offers compassionate and loving care to our veterans, meeting the unique needs of every veteran who calls Heartland home. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com.
Brewski's is your home for college baseball all season long. Plus, March Madness is just around the corner. Crawfish Thursdays are back at Brewski's North with the first batch at 6 p.m. Team signups are now live at brewskispubandgrub.com for the 9th annual St. Patrick's Day Weekend Beer Pong Tournament. It's going down in the basement at Brewski's downtown, Sunday, March 15th at 3 p.m. Brewski's, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
DQ presents the Spicy Menu. For a limited time, try the new Flamethrower Chicken Strip Basket for $6.99 with spicy, bold strips that heat you up. Served with a side of famous DQ soft serve as a dip to cool you down. That's right, dip those spicy chicken strips right into soft serve, plus fries and toast, all for just $6.99. And add a new pineapple lemonade sparkler or cooler made with tahini. It's the limited time only Spicy Menu. Get it delivered in the DQ app. Happy, tastes good. Participation may vary.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
Oaklawn is here for when you want non-stop racing and non-stop action. The season's back, the weekends are packed, and it's time to plan your visit. The classic racing season kicks off January 30th and runs through May 2nd with exciting weekends, great food and drinks, and the kind of atmosphere you can only find in Hot Springs. It's fast, it's lively, it's time to win. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Alan LeVar. For 25 years, my team and I have helped injury victims across Arkansas. This is our home. We don't work for insurance companies, we work for you. Car crash, truck wreck, motorcycle collision. We know how to win, and if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Your consultation is always free and confidential. Hurt in the car? Call LeVar. Arkansas strong for 25 years and ready when you need us. LeVar Law. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-382-9100. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-382-9100. That's 501-382-9100.
Stay up to date with the latest Razorback news with the Red White Report every weekday with Justin and DJ on The Zone. The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital with UAMS Health.
Hey, it's Brooke here, and at Chris Crane Hyundai, we've got a huge selection of pre-loved vehicles like never before. Late models loaded with new technology? Check. Payments to fit any budget? Check. Silverados, Civics, Broncos, and more. Check, check, check. Saints that love to say yes? You know it.
Our pre-loved inventory has never been better than now. Come visit your friends at Chris Crane Hyundai on Museum Road in Conway and online at chriscranehyundai.com.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acree and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% 100% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic.
All right, welcome back into the last hour of The Zone. What we got coming up for you, birthday trivia. Thanks to our friends at Brewski's. Going to have that entertainment report. Thanks to our friends at Bill and Sword. And what's on tap a little bit later. So we're going to go ahead and hop into birthdays. Before that, something just popped up. Bears fans, Pro Bowler. His name is Drew Dalman. He just signed a 3-year deal, $42 million contract with the Bears last offseason. He woke up and said, I'm done with the NFL. He's retiring.
Wow.
Yeah, retiring.
Did he have concussions or anything?
Don't know.
How do you walk away from that?
You must really not like it.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, you must really not like it.
Signed that last
Or
season.
he got a job on OnlyFans.
That's where the guaranteed money comes
That's where
into
the big
play,
money
right?
is, yeah.
Anyway, so I thought that was an
Golly.
interesting tidbit. All right, let's go ahead and get into now. Once again, give me some grace. I'm not as smooth with this as Justin. And, Coach, you can have a partner today.
Yes.
But there's no one else here. It's you and Todd, all right? So let's go and get to our birthday trivia.
Birthday Trivia in the Zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, this should be fun. Why is that, you might ask? Because I don't know half these names, but I'm going to try to describe them. All right, let's see how this goes. We got 2 callers on right now. Garrett's on line 1. Todd, you're going to be playing for Garrett, okay?
Okay.
And then line 2, Eric. Coach Kelly, you're
Are there any of these questions that neither of us will know the answer to?
There's some that I know, and there's some that I think y'all should know. I just don't know. All right, is that fair?
Yeah, you may have to be ready to give us good hints if we don't know.
Y'all will know for sure.
Okay.
The sports people.
Okay, good.
The other 2, we'll have to see. We don't have a lot, so this may go quick, and then we can get in some entertainment before you leave. All right, up first, I don't know this person. She made her TV debut in 1989 in episodes in a series called Alien Nation. Emmy Award-winning actress, she played Deborah on the television series Everybody Loves Raymond.
Patricia Heaton.
Patricia Heaton. Nice. Good job, Todd.
You wouldn't put me up against the ringer. If he knows,
Everybody Loves Raymond.
if he knows that, I got no shot.
All right, Todd, how old is Patricia Heaton today?
64.
Coach?
I'm going to say she was 22 when she started. That's going to be 11 plus 37 plus 22. She's going to be 61.
She is 67. Point Todd. All right, here we go. 2-0 lead.
Swept it.
All right, let's get this going. How do I want to state this? Interesting. Okay. This is a football player, receiver.
Calvin Johnson. Tony Hill. Michael Irvin.
Not too many off-the-field issues.
Andre Johnson.
But on the field, usually gets into quite a bit of scuffles. He's known for squirting water bottles on players when they come to the sideline, maybe punching a few players here or there. He is now teamed up with the guy for America's team over there in Dallas.
How's it not Andre Johnson or Steve Smith? Terrell Owens.
He is a receiver from the University of Georgia.
George Pickens.
George
Gosh.
Pickens. I was getting there. All right,
going
George
old school.
Pickens. All right.
It's his birthday. How old's George?
Coach Kelly, how old is George Pickens today?
Oh, God. I coached George in high school in 2019 in the Under Armour game. So he was probably 18 then. It's 20. God, he's going to turn 25 or 26. 26.
Todd?
25.
He is 24.
Oh,
24. His first year at Georgia was 2019. You were close, Coach. You were close. Let me get that music going, Todd.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, it was. It was January of.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right, let's keep this going. Todd's running away with it, but we still got time. I'll save the sports one for last. All right, let's get this one. This is the son of 2 superstars. His mom, notoriously known for being in a pop girls group from London. Very popular for their different types of spices. One was ginger. One was baby.
So we're talking about the kid.
Talking about the kid. The son of Posh Spice and the guy who's pretty good on the pitch.
Yes, the soccer guy. Bend it like Beckham. His son. I'm going to go last name Beckham.
Are we? All right, I'll help you out. His son's first name is I think it's one of the 5 boroughs of New York.
Manhattan, Bronx, Queens.
Brooklyn?
Brooklyn Beckham. Congratulations, Todd is on it. You named them all, Coach, almost.
Except that one, yeah.
Yeah. Todd, how old is Brooklyn Beckham?
23.
22.
Good night, Coach. You go the wrong way every time. He's 26. All right, this basketball player, notoriously known for having an attitude issue, drafted 35th overall by the team that he was on NBA championships with in 2015, 2017, 2018, and 2022. He was named the first All-Star game in 2026.
Draymond Green.
Draymond Green. Coach Kelly, welcome to the game. How old is Draymond Green,
Tough.
Coach Kelly?
He's 37.
35.
Bingo, bango, 35.
I'm just glad I'm on the board, Todd.
It's out. It's
we
out
got
of
a
hand.
mini. We got a mini Christian
No,
finish. I need to get more than one.
We got one left, and this one is more so out of respect. This person has passed away. Notoriously known for being the mother of a kid that she left at home, not once but twice.
Dadgummit, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of her name.
Had a really cool dance scene in a movie called Beetlejuice. She just posthumously won an award for her portrayal of a role she played in a series called The Studio.
Is it Margaret O'Hara?
You're close on the last name. You don't know?
Zero clue.
Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara.
You don't know Catherine O'Hara, Coach?
Don't give him a point.
I didn't give anybody
You were
a
writing
point.
him a point. It was automatic. You were just so used to giving him. Did you ask us the last sports question, or was Draymond Green?
Draymond. I was going to save him for last.
You
I was
tried
just
to
trying to give you something.
Thank God.
I tried to give you some momentum.
Todd, well played.
Todd, you played for Garrett. Garrett, stay on the line. You won.
Well, there's a couple of things we could give him. I'm thinking either PBR tickets, or maybe I'll have to look to see what we have available.
We got the. Do we have the Michael Jackson?
We do have the Michael Jackson musical tickets available.
So PBR, professional bull riding, Michael Jackson. You want him to pick?
I'll give him the choice.
All right, we'll give you the choice. You stay on the line. While Todd gets that sorted out, let's go ahead and pull up some entertainment. I got some fun ones, Coach.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram, or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
All right, we're going to start in the world of entertainment with relationships. All right, Sienna Miller. She says, Coach, that older women dating younger men should be normalized. She comes out speaking in an interview with a UK outlet. She is 44 years old. She's been in a relationship with actor Ollie Green, who is 29. They've been in a relationship since 2022. She says, I think the whole world is embracing women as they age in a way that is unprecedented. I'm thinking the Dame Maggie Smith in that Lowell campaign, Charlotte Rampling, and yada, 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 yada. So I went online, and I was just curious at what point, Coach, is age just a number? You got examples of a lot of older women dating younger men. Cher, she is 40 years older than her boyfriend.
It's not just a number there.
Yeah.
That's too much.
Kris Jenner, she is 25 years older than Corey Gamble, who she's dating. Nick Jonas, one of the Jonas brothers, he's 10 years younger than his wife, Priyanka, hopefully I'm saying that right. Gabrielle Union, I didn't know, is 10 years older than Dwayne Wade. You also have Olivia Wilde, who's dating Harry Styles. That was back in 2022. There was a 10-year age gap there. At what point is it okay, Coach?
I think we got to put it at a percentage instead. Here's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Like if you're 40 and you're dating a 30-year-old, right?
Yeah.
You're dating somebody 75% your age.
Okay.
That's 10 years, though. If you're 80 and you're dating a 60, okay?
Yeah.
That's 75%, but that's 20 years. I think we go by percent instead of a number.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So if you're...
My number off the top of my head is 25%. with some exceptions.
What's the cutoff percentage? I've never
that's
thought
minimum.
about it that
That's
way.
minimum.
All right,
because if I'm 90 and my wife's 70, nobody thinks twice.
Nobody thinks twice. So I'm
but
just
if I'm 40 and she's 20, everybody's thinking twice.
That's 50%?
Yeah.
Is 50% the number?
50%? No. That's too much.
That's
what I'm
too much.
saying. But when I was 80 and she was 60, it was 75. I was fine.
Oh.
So 75 back down to 40 means she's got to be 30.
You're on to something, Coach.
I think it's a percent,
You're on
not a
to
number.
something.
Age is a percent, not a number.
Okay, fair enough.
Should
We
be.
just got to figure out what percentage is okay.
I think off the top of my head, 25.
25%.
Yeah.
Of an age gap. Okay. When Todd gets back in here, he'll go ahead and spruce up that music for us.
Let's think of worst case scenario. Worst case would be younger because the number gets bigger. 25. If you're 25 years old, you can marry a 21-year-old.
Well, you got
that's fine.
If somebody was 40 and they're dating a 25-year-old, that's 15. Now, when did they meet?
That's
is the
60%.
question.
That's below the number.
Ooh. Does it matter where they met?
Yes, it matters.
Or when?
No,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
when
matter.
they-
No, it doesn't matter when they met. Where they met or when they met.
I meant when. Because that's 15 years.
We're gonna let them drop that percentage down if they've known each other for 2 years or more before they actually got married.
Okay, interesting.
That way they've had plenty of time to get to know each other and sort this thing out.
Other entertainment news. I need Todd in. That guy can't pick his tickets. Todd's in the producer booth trying to figure out if he wants MJ tickets or tickets to
bull riding,
professional bull riding. I got to learn how to run the board. That's my thing.
You hadn't done it yet?
No.
It's tough. Look at there's lights, there's knobs.
Well, the thing is, I know I can learn it, but once you learn something,
then you're going to be asked to
then
do it
you're
all
going to
the
be
time.
asked to do it all the time. Because right now I got an excuse.
Yeah.
I can't use that much longer. All right, let's stay in the world of entertainment. You ever seen Game of Thrones?
Loved it.
Love Game of Thrones?
Loved it.
Okay.
Watched the first 3 episodes, hated it, didn't watch it for a year.
Yeah.
And then went back and just couldn't get enough of it.
Okay, fair enough. Well, Game of Thrones announcing that they are coming out with a feature film. Let me get some of that entertainment music, Todd. Warner Bros. Is developing the Game of Thrones movie. The writer of Andor and the showrunner of House of Cards, who has already submitted a draft. Both of those really, really, really good series. Film reportedly focused on Aegon the First, the founder of the Targaryen dynasty, and his conquest of Westeros. Now, if you're familiar with Game of Thrones, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not familiar, there's so many storylines and how it all started.
It's tough.
This is how it all started. All right, so I would be into it. Other entertainment news, when it comes to Easter, and you think of an Easter candy, chocolate and peanut butter, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking those Reese's Easter eggs.
Jif launches a new peanut butter-filled bunny and Easter egg. They rolled out the 2 unexpected new products, the peanut butter-filled egg and peanut butter-filled bunny. Now, there is no denying that these chocolate-covered treats drew their inspiration from. Obviously, Reese's, big competition here. I'm a big Reese's fan. I don't see them being, but peanut butter chocolate, I don't see how you go wrong.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with it.
Surprised there's not. They're both in the shape and packaging design. They closely resemble Reese's. I'm surprised there's not going to be a lawsuit over this. The only thing they're missing is the signature gold foil. Here's a fun one for you, Coach. This could be a kind of a what the hell. License plate reader catches its own vandal in Michigan. Okay, so let's head out to Michigan. Cool?
I like it.
You like that?
Yeah. I needed this, by the way.
What's this person's name? Spencer Anderson from Clarkston over there faces 3 felony charges for destroying police property after allegedly vandalizing license plate readers in Warford Township. He didn't think to cover his own license plate before starting the vandalism.
Lord.
His car was parked in front of the police officer's vehicle, and they saw him bash the camera before he had a chance to cover up his own license plate. So that's how the evidence eventually led for them running the plate numbers, finding out who was involved, and they ended up getting arrested. That's a what's the hell for you right there for you, Coach. We got you covered.
Stupid is as stupid
Yeah.
does.
What do they have? Golly, Darwin Awards. That's almost
Yes.
a Darwin Award.
Yes.
But I think the Darwin guy has to die.
All right, Coach. Marriage advice. You ready?
Yes.
Men who make great husbands aren't afraid to have these 6 sticky conversations. You ready?
Got it.
Number 1, conversation about his goals.
Is any of these going to benefit me?
I think
Are any
so.
of these going to benefit me? Because I got a perfect marriage already.
Number one says a conversation that they aren't afraid to have, but they need to have is one, conversation about his goals. Yeah?
Yeah.
You ever talk to your wife about what your goals are?
Yeah, because it might depend on where you move.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And she got to be on board with that.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Conversation about his finances.
Yeah, I mean, she needs to understand. You can't just it doesn't grow on trees.
Number 3.
Calm down on the Amazon orders.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Conversations about his past.
You know, some people want that and some people don't. We've had that discussion on here before.
Yeah.
Do you want to line up and talk about their romantic past? Not some people do.
Yeah.
Some people don't.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's a good one or not for everybody, because some people can't take it, man and woman.
It says everyone has skeletons in their closet, but if you are marrying the guy, you need to make sure you know what's up. If he's hiding something that he still hasn't confronted, then that's very issue will likely blow up in his face when he's married. I guess when I'm thinking about past, I think past relationships. This makes it sound like, did you like murder someone or
Run a background check. I'm thinking past relationships.
I'm thinking
too.
past relationships.
Now, do you want to know everything?
Do I?
Yeah,
about Ebony's?
Yeah.
No.
No.
I don't care at all.
Don't care.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We're in the now. I will say most ladies these days are running a pretty thorough background check before the first date or slightly thereafter.
And probably should be.
I told Ebony, it doesn't matter what you. I said I want you to lie to me about it. Either way, I'm okay with that. It goes on to say conversations about different ideas you want to pursue. Conversations about how you feel. Do you ever talk to your lady about how I'm feeling right now, or do you internalize that stuff? Coach?
That's more young. I mean,
that what it is?
I'd wear my emotions on my sleeves. Like, you can tell how I feel.
Yeah.
When you're sitting there with me for 13 seconds. So we don't have to have that one.
This is a fun one that I was reading through that kind of got my attention. This is 11 things that terrified Gen Z as kids that turned out to not be a really big deal.
Okay, I like this.
Because I've thought about this, and I go back to when I was younger. This used to terrify me. Quicksand.
Oh, yeah. You'd see it on a movie, you're like, God, where's the freaking quicksand? Is there any around my house?
I used to have nightmares about quicksand.
Yeah, I did too.
Turned out not to be a really big deal.
When they put that in the movie, that was a terror movie for me.
Oh, man.
You can't get out of the stuff. It's like
you can't.
And I would like to see some quicksand now.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen it.
I'd like to jump in and you have to save me out of some quicksand.
Yeah.
Just to see what it was like.
I feel like we'd be okay.
Is it real thick and gooey?
I don't know.
Do you go down fast? Do you go down as slow? Some movies you're going down so slow.
Yeah.
It's like 8 hours later, their head's still above. Some of them, it's like 13 seconds.
Don't hear about it much nowadays. Number 2, this is something that kept me up many nights that I was scared that if I was ever traveling, I need to avoid this area. The Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, I was terrified of it. Not flying anywhere near the Caribbean. I don't know where this thing is, but everything disappears.
Stay away from it at all costs.
I remember when I was young, I was just mind blown that they haven't figured that out. Like, what's in there? Like, what is in there?
We got all these things we can do, and we can't figure out why planes disappear and never come back. Are they on some? Isn't that what the show Lost was kind of based off of something?
There's one movie, I want to say it's called The Bermuda Triangle, or a show.
Oh,
that
yeah,
is,
I think there was a Bermuda Triangle.
Turned out not to be a really big deal.
Is it still there?
I would assume so.
Do we still lose planes?
I don't
ships?
know. I don't know.
Okay.
Number 4, let me hit that music, Todd. Sitting too close to the TV. Turns out it's not really a big
Not
deal.
a big deal, yeah. I figured that out when I was 7.
Yeah.
Mom would be like, back up, you're going to lose your sight. I'm like, what?
I'm going to skip a few. Let's get to number 6.
Those are all good, by the way.
Swallowing gum. I thought it was going to lead you to the hospital. I thought it was.
My mom always said it would stick to your stomach and you wouldn't be able to eat because all the food would stick to it.
It would take 7 years to digest.
Yes, that. 7 years to digest gum. Like, God.
Number 7, turning a light on in the car while driving. They say that parents might have used this myth knowingly as a way to keep their kids from playing around in the back seat. I always thought if you turn a light on, you wouldn't be able to see while driving.
You can't
Turns
see out
out,
the front.
Yeah. Number 8, I was terrified of these too. It turned out these aren't as dangerous as I thought they were. Piranhas.
Oh, yeah. I don't want any part of a piranha.
In the movies, I thought they'd kill you, one or two. Apparently, they're not that bad.
Can you just get in the Amazon and be okay?
Yeah. Their mouths are so small. You know, they you'll be fine. Number 9, showering during a thunderstorm.
Do it all the time.
It was
it's a go-to for me.
While it is possible to be struck by lightning, both walking around outside or standing in a shower, the odds of it truly happening are close to nothing. 10, I didn't know anything about this. Swallowing fruit seeds.
They used to say
you never swallowed a watermelon seed?
Don't swallow a watermelon seed. One will grow inside you.
Was that a thing?
Yes.
I didn't know this one.
Pumpkin
that was
seed?
the thing. Yeah, that was the thing. You did not want to. You might be able to get away with an apple seed.
Right.
But you don't want any part of those other ones.
Yeah, the head of Culinary Excellence says they argue that many childhood horror stories and fears around eating, like ingesting watermelon seed, or growing a tree inside your stomach, but they're letting you know that's not possible.
Didn't seem possible.
11, I heard this about my neck, but not my knuckles. Cracking your knuckles too often. Apparently it was another fear that parents instilled in their kids. Apparently, not a big deal.
Not a deal.
All right. I thought that was fun. Those
That's
are just a
good.
couple
Those are
things
really
we came
good.
across. Not a big deal at all.
That's the best one you've done since Justin's been gone over my 4.5 years.
I got you, Coach.
That
Isn't
was
fun?
awesome.
All
Yeah.
right, cool. Memory lane. A little nostalgia for us. Still got to figure out what's going on with that Bermuda Triangle, Coach.
I'm shook up about the Bermuda Triangle.
Is
if
it
you
still a
swim
thing?
across it, like we lost boats and we lost planes. If you just swam through it, would you be okay?
The Bermuda.
I mean, is it going to take machines? Does it take some kind of electromagnetic? That's what I read about because I used to read about that thing.
Or are you going to be attacked by Jaws?
Oh, God. Now, sharks are not really a thing either. You know the average number of people that die by shark bites each year?
Not
is
very
between
many.
5 and 9, right? More people die every year from a coconut falling on their head than from sharks. So we're not worried about coconuts. But it doesn't get as much. It doesn't get as much news when a coconut falls on your head.
Loosely defined region in the western North Atlantic Ocean, also known as the Devil's Triangle. Bounded by Miami, Bermuda, Puerto Rico, where numerous ships and aircraft have allegedly vanished under mysterious circumstances, covering 1 million square miles. This heavily trafficked area is the subject of enduring legends through the U.S. Coast Guard and other organizations maintain disappearance are not statistically higher than any other heavily traveled region. Still don't know where the legend came from. Got to figure that out.
I don't know. Did somebody dream it up so they could write a book or do a movie?
God, I used to be
because
scared.
we need to dream one up
Yeah,
and make
we
us
do.
a quick movie on it.
That's great.
Do a couple podcasts.
All right, Coach. I know you got to hit it. Travel safe to Northwest Arkansas, Farmington. Good luck to your teams as they compete out there.
Spring ball comes up, and we're pushing it back as far as possible because I think our baseball team's going to be pretty good. We got a lot of dudes in baseball, so pushing it back to last week of April's when we're starting. I think.
Okay.
So
does it normally start so much sooner for college? Don't they usually go a little bit before spring
well,
break?
they differ. Like I know Missouri started theirs last week.
Dang.
And so I know somebody else started the week before that. They've got a big calendar, and you can pick your times anywhere in there. Most guys, they're shifting towards doing it early. So in April, they don't have to worry about spring ball. They can go on the road and recruit.
I'm going to go
spring ball over
the week of the 16th. I'm going to stay up in Fayetteville all week and watch their opening week of spring practice.
Okay.
You should come up, hang out a day or two.
I probably will.
Okay.
Probably will. Got Coach Silverfield invited me the other day.
There we go.
I'm gonna probably go up and check it out.
All right, let's go hang out. That'd be fun. All right, Coach, I appreciate you. We're about to head to break. When we come back on the other side, we still got 30 more minutes here on The Zone if you want to be a part of the show. It'd be much appreciated now that I'm losing Coach Kelly. Not saying me and Todd can't figure it out, but we'll figure out something to talk about. Usually Justin is really good at talking a lot, you know?
Yeah, you don't have any dead time with him.
We'll fill the space. Also, till we get what's on tap on the other side as well. We'll be right back with more Zone after this.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is Sports Center.
Last night in college basketball, Georgia got a big home win, beating 16th-ranked Alabama 98-88 behind Cannon Ketching's 32 points and 6 rebounds. Florida won their second straight game by 34 points. Saturday's was a 111-77 win over Arkansas. Last night's win was a 108-75 win over Mississippi State. Elsewhere in the SEC, Texas A&M got their 20th win of the season, beating Kentucky 96-85. Oklahoma got an 80-64 home win over Missouri, and 23rd-ranked Tennessee beat South Carolina 78-50. 59. Arkansas will try to bounce back from their tough loss to Florida tonight as they host Texas for their final home game of the season. Tip is set for 6 o'clock on ESPN2. Radio coverage can be heard on The Buzz. Stay tuned afterwards for the Bet Saracen basketball postgame show with Wes Moore and myself. I'm Christian Weaver with The Buzz Radio Network.
Pat Bradley joins Randy and Rick on Drive Time Sports each week, courtesy of Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs. Celebrating 57 years in business, offering all new travel trailers, fifth wheels, and pop-ups at RV show prices. Explore their inventory in person or online at RazorbackCamperSales.com. Randy, Rick, and the Shooter on 103.7 The Buzz.
Floyd Seafood on Kill Avenue in Sherwood has live Louisiana crawfish. Place your orders by 2 p.m. Thursday for weekend boils. Floyd's also has a store full of Cajun goodies. Floyd Seafood in Sherwood, your homesick Cajun headquarters for live crawfish. Order by 2 p.m. Thursday.
Your heart works hard for you every day. Are you taking care of it? UAMS Health makes it easy with our heart health screening. For just $99, you will receive a heart CT scan, cholesterol and glucose testing, kidney and blood pressure assessments, plus stroke risk screening, all with same-day results. If you're over 35 or have a family history of heart disease, this screening is for you. Healthy heart, healthy you, healthy future. Call UAMS Health at 501-603-1222. That's 501-603-1222.
Check out the new clothing at Bell & Sword in Conway. A new cricket polo with Razorback logo, button-downs, vests, sweaters, slacks with UCA or Arkansas gear from Johnny O and Peter Millar. Great staff, fantastic service. Bell & Sword, the only Central Arkansas men's store with a tailor on staff to fit you. So go now to Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
Brought to you by MJ the Musical at the Robinson Center, March 4th through the 8th. Winner of 4 Tony Awards. Critics describe MJ as utterly electric and a jaw-dropping spectacle. Get tickets at celebrityattractions.com for MJ the Musical.
If you have an orthopedic problem, you need to get to the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health and check out Ortho Now. It's a walk-in clinic for any kind of orthopedic problem, and it's for people of all ages. Whether you have a sports injury or joint pain, a sprained ankle or back pain, this is the place you go to get taken care of, and it's a walk-in clinic, so there's no appointment necessary. Ortho Now is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Saturday from 8 a.m. until noon, and conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, right off I-630. So conveniently located right in the middle of the capital city. So don't wait in pain. Walk in today. For more information, you can call 501-686-TOSH. That's 501-686-8674. But again, you do not need an appointment. You don't have to call ahead. Just show up and get taken care of. Patients will receive on-site x-rays and immediate access to fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons, ensuring you the best possible care when it's needed most. Don't live with pain. Go see our friends at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health and take advantage of Ortho Now.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Wednesday, when Rick Schaefer and I bring in some great guests, Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Kevin Bohannon, Scoop, and Scores. Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai and Genesis of Conway. Bart Reed, thanks to Martin Orthopedics, NFL agent and guru Chris Turnage, and Richard Davenport from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette and HoHogSports.com. See you Wednesday on 103.7 The Buzz.
For me, the sun rises and sets with
The Zone.
Yeah.
We know how you feel. Don't worry. You're back in the zone with Justin Eckery and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
I see you, Todd, with the jams. Okay. Dang, gotta like that.
Gotta keep you moving over there.
I see it. I see it. As we before we get started, I want to tell you about my friends once again over there in the Heights at Burroughs and Mr. Frank's, a long-standing, iconic luxury eyewear shop over there in the Heights. Family-owned and operated opticians that feature that high-end designer eyewear that you can't find anywhere else. I'm not making this up, okay? People who have glasses, all right? You get this. You want a pair that's going to last long, be very durable, and you have the best product possible, and looks nice as well. When it comes to designers, this is what they have over there. Brands like Cartier, Gucci, Salt and State Optical, the top brands is in the business. If this is for you, I'm telling you, my friends at Burroughs and Franks, they got you covered. Now, when it comes to the lens itself, you got to make sure you give your eyes the best protection and best quality that they can have, all right? So the lenses come from the high-tech lens crafters, that is, Zeiss. And now, that not only do they make lenses for your glasses, they're big time. They make lenses for top-end cameras, telescopes, microscopes. So when it comes to eyewear, they're going to make sure they take care of you. And when it comes to structuring all this together, it is made right at Burroughs and their fitting lab to make sure that it is a perfect fit for you. So make it a design that fits your look, and then think about how important that vision is. Make sure you have that best lens around. All Zeiss lenses have spectacle properties grounded into the lens that protect your eyes from the sun and light. They even have lenses for people who have heavy computer use as well. So don't cheat yourself with those cheap glasses. Get a nice pair over there from my friends in the Heights at Burroughs and Mr. Franks. I went over there the other day. Felt like, people like their watches. It's like the Rolex of eyewear.
Yep.
The Rolls Royce and great people. Huge Razorback fans, by the way. Love some Razorbacks. So if you want to support local, always shop local. Go visit my friends over there in the Heights. All right, we got we're actually going good on time. We had a comment coming in. You said somebody had a experience about actually eating some type of seed and it actually growing.
Yeah, from our Militant Heat and Air text line. Hey, DJ, I had a poppy seed stuck in my teeth for God knows how long, and it sprouted. No kidding.
Floss, maybe? Suggest floss. Floss may, deter
right.
that, a little bit heavier brushing. That's pretty wild right there. That's a long one. What is that? Is that dangerous?
That's what I was just trying. It looks like it was based on the Bermuda Triangle discussion.
Oh, yes. Give it to me.
This one from the 501. Back in the 1940s, a group of Navy pilots were lost inside the Bermuda Triangle while training. These were experienced combat pilots, and none of the planes made it back. There have been similar instances where planes where they got inside the Bermuda Triangle, the navigation was altered, like some sort of magnetic field. There have been numerous planes go down inside that area with no explanation other than distress calls and confusions on where they are due to navigation devices failing. Many scientists have studied it and sent vessels, but it is difficult to replicate those instances.
Something's going on in there, Todd. Yeah. And I'm okay not finding out.
As long as I'm not the one that's got experience firsthand, someone else can go do that.
Bliss. We do have some sports stuff to talk about. We typically don't go down that road after we've started entertainment, but guess what? Justin's not here. NFL fans, some depending on what you're a fan of, we got some interesting moves going on. Actually got some sound about Kyler Murray, who was he just let go? Or
well, the Arizona Cardinals have told him that once the league year starts on March 11th, they're gonna release him, and he'll become a free agent. So this is from ESPN's Ryan Clark talking about how Kyler Murray can best help the Ravens win a Super Bowl rather than Lamar Jackson.
If Kyler Murray right now was the quarterback of the Baltimore Ravens, we'd have much more confidence in them to win the Super Bowl. Period. We would. It wouldn't be a discussion. We wouldn't be sitting here talking like, you know what? Yeah, they can because the quarterback's really good, because the team's really good, and everybody loves the color purple. It looks good on uniforms. He wouldn't have said all that. He would have been like, if Kyler Murray's the quarterback of this team, I see them in the AFC Championship going toe-to-toe, head-to-head with the Kansas City Chiefs because he does add that extra dimension. And this is not knocking Lamar Jackson at all. Sometimes you got to choose between Kobe and Shaq or Penny and Shaq. Sometimes you got to choose on whether you're going to sign Weezy or Lil Turk. You got to make these decisions. And in making this decision, if you were starting your team, Kyler Murray would be your guy. It's not that I wouldn't take Lamar. It's just that with what I've seen from them, even with Lamar winning an MVP, if I had to put one at quarterback and say this guy takes X team to the championship, I'd always pick Kyler Murray first.
First of all, it is a knock on Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
100% knock
a big
on Lamar
knock
Jackson.
on Lamar Jackson.
It's if this team doesn't have Lamar Jackson, they will do better. That's what he's saying. Ryan Clark sometimes it's hit or miss for me. I'll say that he
It's a lot of throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what sticks.
Yes. And I think he has some valid points sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, we're doing a little too much in some of these cases. And but I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't say Kyler Murray jumps off the page that much more than me than Lamar Jackson. I feel like they're very similar. Athletic edge, definitely give to Lamar Jackson. Throwing the football, decision-making, pocket presence, I haven't watched enough of Kyler Murray at Arizona to get a good feel for that.
I'm with you there.
I would assume it can't be that big of a gap if Arizona is deciding to release him. But I am looking at something right now. 5 potential landing spots for the former number 1 pick. Atlanta Falcons. Makes sense. Cleveland Browns.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. Miami Dolphins.
Makes sense.
Minnesota Vikings. Let's see what the last one is. New York Jets. Baltimore Ravens are not on this list, I would assume, because they think Lamar Jackson's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Minnesota does make a little bit of sense as well, because if you want an insurance policy in case J.J. McCarthy either gets hurt or doesn't perform well, then you've got someone who's got starting experience backing him up.
I also saw in other news too, Todd, as we transition a little baseball, I didn't even know players were still doing this. And this is my team, the Braves. I'm a big Braves fan.
Okay.
Allegedly. Jurickson
Profar, yeah.
Suspended for the whole season.
Yeah.
Following not the first, but second positive drug test.
Two time.
Tested positive for PEDs, performance-enhancing drugs. Like I said, I'm still surprised this is something going on. He tested positive for testosterone.
Yeah, artificially made testosterone, stuff that wasn't produced by his body. So
what are we doing? Like,
better by now. The thing of it is, he had just gotten busted March of last year. Was when his first offense got suspended half the season and puts out a statement or says something along the lines of, well, I wouldn't knowingly take anything that I'm not supposed to take, but you know what? This happened. I accept the consequences. Took the suspension, wound up having a decent-ish second half of the year last year, and now here he's getting busted a second time.
He homered in his return from suspension on July 2nd. Dang, this ad just popped up. He finished with a .245 average, 14 homers, 43 RBIs. That was in 80 games. And so maybe for him, he needs it to get going. I don't know. I just still can't believe athletes think they can do this stuff and get away with it. Pretty stupid on my end. All right, let's keep this thing going. Let's go and get to our last break. We'll see if Wes is around. I'm going to pop in a little bit early. And then on the other side, we'll go ahead and take a look at what's on tap. And we'll take a look at some more of your Middleton Heat and Air comments. Once again, it's here on this Wednesday afternoon. It's been a fun show so far. Big thanks to Carson Birnbaugh for being a part of it and our friends at Pinnacle Parties for that. Don't forget Razorback Baseball. They're setting up for a weekend matchup against Stetson. Hopefully they can work out the little things before conference play starts against Mississippi State. And
they get 4 games to do it, too.
4 games to do it, even playing on Monday. They also have a cancer awareness game, and they have a mystery signee game. That's going to be game 2. So Saturday, I don't know if that means like a former Razorback is going to come sign autographs before the game, a current Razorback. It just says mystery signee for autographs for
Possibly
an hour before the game. Maybe a little bit of both. All right, we're up against it. We're going to take our last break. On the other side, we're going to take a look at what's on tap for the weekend, tell you about some more of our friends here with the Buzz, and also take a look at what's coming up on Out of Bounds. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's David Basil for Luxury Pool and Spa. Can you feel it in the air? Oh, I can. It's hot tub season, and I love my hot tub from Luxury Pool and Spa. You can too. They have Fantasy and Caldera hot tubs in stock and ready for delivery. Luxury Pool and Spa also carries Sirona Spa chemicals and frog systems. I use both in my hot tub. You gotta have them. Luxury Pool and Spa also has Pollywood Adirondack outdoor furniture for sitting around your fire pit with family and friends. Live the life of luxury with Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. This year has been the proverbial annus horribilis for Arkansas AD Hunter Yurichek. He came to the Little Rock Touchdown Club and admitted that the Hogs can't compete with the big boys because they don't have the money. He fired a football coach. He hired a football coach. And a lot of smart folks are giving him grief about not honoring Arkansas's proud history with retired numbers or jerseys. And also, he made that dumb 6'7" joke on the committee. But Miami's selection turned out to be justified. May the same be true for the hiring of Coach Silverfield. If Hunter stops into one of Double B's 34 locations in Arkansas, he can tell us some more of those 6'7" jokes. And we won't even laugh, but we'll give him a breakfast sandwich or maybe even a corn dog. 6 or 7 of them, even. Double B's. It's where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Carson Brumbaugh joins the Zone each week courtesy of Pinnacle Parties. Bounce houses, tents, tables, and everything in between. Take your party to the Pinnacle. Find them online at pinnacleparties.com.
Down south, a handshake means something, and we let our actions do the talking. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm is rooted in Southern tradition and grit. Southern-born and raised and Arkansas-based, Brad Hendricks is named a Mid-South super lawyer year after year. So for car and big truck wrecks, medical malpractice, wrongful death, bankruptcy, and Social Security claims, his law firm produces results. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Southern roots, serious results.
The time has come to address something that you may not be aware of that will change your life. Electronically controlled suspension and road preview. That's a standard feature on a 2026 GV80 from Genesis of Conway. What does it mean? No matter the pothole, your new Genesis can automatically stabilize the ride. The potholes are harmless, and you'll stay out of the hole with the deal you get from Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com, presented on the Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. They restore, you recover.
It's hard being the #1 midday sports talk show in Arkansas.
What can you expect when you're on top, you know? It's like Napoleon, when he was the king, you know, people were just constantly trying to conquer him, you know, in the Roman Empire. So it's history repeating itself all over again.
Now, let's see if Justin Acree and DJ Williams can keep living up to the lofty expectations on the Zone.
Sailing away on the crest of a wave, it's like magic. Rolling and riding and slipping and sliding, it's magic. And you and your sweet desire, you can go higher and higher, baby. It's a living thing. It's a terrible thing to lose. It's a given thing. What a terrible thing to lose. Making believe this is what you can see from your worst day. I'm taking a dive. I'm moving in line, then you look back in time to the first day. I'm taking. And you and your sweet desire. Don't you do it, don't you do it.
All right, welcome back into the Zone. Before we get started, I want to tell you one more time about my friends over there in Conway, Chris Crane Hyundai. 0% financing on select vehicles. Some vehicles, listen to this, no payments for 90 days. And they got a lot full, jam-packed, ready to go. So the Palisades, Tucsons, all 2026 models. They also got those pre-owned cars. They call them pre-loved cars, trucks, SUVs, the whole shebang. So head on out right now to Conway. Perfect day to do so. Brett Berry over there does such a great job running that in place. Sells top-notch. And also, too, when it comes to one-stop shop, they got a collision center on site. Also, if you like a little customized vehicle, they can do that. They got a detail shop where they can put on tint. They can hook you up with a nice little car wrap if you want to get your business sponsored. Everything over there in Conway. And, yes, I'll say it again, 0% financing on select models. I know how times can be tough financially, so take advantage any way possible. Go visit my friends in Conway at Chris Crane Hyundai. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's on tap for the weekend.
What's on tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing, with locations in Argenta, Breckenridge Village, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
All right, here we go. We're going to start with, this is going on. Is this going on right now? Yes, it is. We got some action going on. So if you want to tune on over to Buzz 2, or I'm sure when Wes gets started, he'll be going back and forth giving updates. Women's Trojans basketball versus SEMO. The OVC tournament rocking and rolling. Tip-off was at 12:30. So if you want to kind of keep updates, that's where you can do that. Also, Razorback basketball tonight. 5:30, you can tune in to start the coverage on the Buzz right here. Tip-off is set for 6 o'clock as they are set to play Texas in Fayetteville for the last home game of the year. Then tonight at 7 o'clock on Buzz 2, you can listen to From the Short Grass with our friend Trey Schapp. He's going to have you covered on there. Then at 8:15, Men's Trojans basketball taking on Linwood in the OVC tournament. You can listen to that on Buzz 2. Tip is set for 8:30. Coverage starts at 8:15. And then tonight, the Hogs post-game show with the one and only Wes Moore and the Wizard, Christian Weaver. That's going to be around 9. I'll let Wes kind of talk about the potential start time for that based off when the game ends. You can listen to that right here on 103.7 The Buzz. And then Oaklawn Game Day, 7:30 and 10 p.m. is going to be on with Justin and Zach. You're going to see replays on that on Buzz 2 and right here on 103.7 The Buzz at 5:30. That was this morning, actually. Sorry, I'm going to jump the gun on that. Wait, today is what, Wednesday? That'll be tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning at 5:30, you can catch the replay on that. Speaking of other things, I talked about how you can listen to it on radio. If you want to watch the game tonight, you can watch that at 6 o'clock on ESPN up there in Bud Walton. Other games going on, Baylor hosts Houston. Houston's still a very good team. If you want to watch some fun, exciting basketball after the Razorback game, you can check that out on ESPN at 8 o'clock. And for the Wizard, I know he'll be tuning into some NBA basketball. Interesting start time, 6:12 p.m. on ESPN. The Oklahoma City Thunder taking on the New York Knicks. Wes.
Hey, what's going on?
So post-game show, when do you think that'll start?
6, be over about 8:15, 8:45.
Nice. Is it just whenever the game's over, y'all just pop up and go?
No, they have their post-game show with Chuck and Coach Z, and that usually goes about 30, 35 minutes.
Okay.
And then we come on.
Okay, fair enough. Thoughts on tonight's matchup?
I like it. Arkansas is a better team. Athletically, they're better. They're just a better team. They're at home. It's the final game at Bud Walton Arena. Final chance to see Darius Acuff in action and Malik Thomas. Who knows? Billy Richmond, and of course, we know it's the final time. You'll see Nick Pringle and Trevin Brazil and some of the other guys that are graduating.
Yep.
So, no, I think it's going to be a great crowd. It's Texas. Everybody gets fired up to play Texas. So, I think Arkansas does well, and they win tonight. Double digits.
Okay.
I like Arkansas tonight, giving up the 7.5 points. It was a great night for Arkansas in the SEC last night because the teams they needed to lose lost, and so the path to a top 4 seed and a double bye at the SEC tournament looks very doable now. Basically, you win tonight, you got that double bye.
So this is where it gets interesting. Joe said his piece on this. We asked for our question of the day. If the rumors are true about Darius Acuff Jr., and he does have this ankle injury, and Joe described it as something that's just nagging, right?
Yeah.
Do you sit him for the remainder of the regular season so he's 100% healthy for the tournament, or play him for better seeding? Right now, 65% are okay with him resting until he's 100%. I'm assuming you're on the other end of that because how big a win tonight would be.
Well, here's the thing. An ankle injury, the only thing you can do to get it better is, besides ice and heat and ice and heat and ice and heat, is stay off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you want him a week? You know how it is as an athlete.
Oh, yeah.
You off your foot and not running for a week, you get out of shape.
Yeah.
And that affects you.
Mm.
So they're going to be just, cautious with him. He's not practicing a whole lot right now, trying to take care of that ankle, and he's just playing in games. And that's probably what's affected his shot a little bit. You know how it is. When you don't practice, you don't play as well.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. I get it because at some point it'll get to a spot where you need him to be 100% ACUF.
Yeah. But this too, DJ. Nobody's 100% right now.
You're right.
Nobody.
You're right.
I mean, everybody's dealing with something.
Yeah.
Some kind of ailment.
Okay. Yeah. I just, like I said, I don't know the rumors or how severe it is or even how much it's impacting his game. Because we're so used to him playing so well. If he scores 19, we're like, oh,
yeah,
bad game.
All I do is say that was Florida. That was playing up against 7-footers and Chinny Lou, who is the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. It'll be announced next week, but that's a really good team who may be a number 1 seed, who may win a national championship.
Yep.
You were playing them on their home court. They were playing to win the SEC title.
Mm-hmm.
They beat the brains out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Let's just hold off on this whole ACUF is struggling thing.
Wes, Joe wants him to play tonight. He wants that double bye, and he says, I would love to be in a position where we get another crack at Florida before the tournament.
Yes.
If that's the case, what do you think would need to change before that game? And there may not be much that could change. You just wouldn't expect us to lose the way that we lost.
The inside play is not going to change. Arkansas is who they are on the inside. They're going to get beat by Florida inside. What's got to change, Arkansas's guards have to dominate the matchup, just like the Florida Bigs dominate the matchup. So it has to become a wash. But Arkansas's guards didn't dominate the game. In fact, Florida's guards outplayed Arkansas's guards.
Yeah.
That's why you saw a 34-point loss.
Yeah.
So next time they play, Arkansas's guards have to dominate the game.
Got you. What's coming up on Out of Bounds?
Coming up at 1:30, we got Kevin Bohannon from hogsports.com. We'll talk about the Diamond Hogs, look back at yesterday's big victory, and looks like the Bats now are 3 games in a row where they've scored, 31 runs now?
Nice.
So that's nice. Coming up at 2:10, we got Brandon Marcello to talk about the landmark deal.
I read his article this morning.
Pretty exciting to me. I mean,
not?
I want to find out the money details,
Yeah.
but I think it's huge for the university and the athletic department. And then at 2:30, we're going to be talking Razorback basketball. Ethan Westerman with the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette with a preview of tonight's game.
I'll be listening to that Brandon Marcello interview because Arkansas ahead of the game on something for once.
In NIL?
Yeah.
What?
I like it. Out of Bounds up next.
Stunning.
Horse ownership shouldn't feel confusing or overwhelming. At Winner's Circle Concierge, they help owners enjoy racing without the learning curve. They handle licensing, communication with trainers, race placement, and billing, so you get clarity, not chaos. Whether you're new to racing or short on time, they manage the details so you can focus on the thrill of the sport. Winner's Circle Concierge. Contact them today at 870-942-9382 or learn more at WCCR.